The boys are back and ready to run this week at Texas Motor Speedway. The track better known as the Great American Speedway is sure to be full of action. Could another photo finish be in the works? Plus, will Jimmy Johnson continue his winning ways?
They touch once, twice, drag race, Jimmy Johnson!
Or will Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Clint Boyer battle in for the top spot in victory lane?
Let's get to victory lane, babe.
Don't miss out on all the tire screeching, fender rubbing, and wall crashing from the Lone Star State. It's all next on Hot Pass.
First win of 2007 here at Texas.
Well, the fans here are great supporters of our Budweiser car since our first win here, and it's always good to run up front here, and you see the fans standing up and getting excited. So hopefully we'll have a good day and get them all on their feet.
We're going to let you get in that car. Have a good ride.
Thank you.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. works his way into the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. Again, we're back to the, I guess you would call it, old style car. 2 Car of Tomorrow races took place at the 2 short tracks, Bristol and Martinsville. Good finishes for the number 8 team and that Budweiser Chevrolet team. And now we're back to a 1.5 mile track. And as Phil had mentioned, this was the site of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s first ever Nextel Cup win back in 2000. And a lot of good memories from this racetrack. Won his first Busch Series race back in 1998 at Texas Motor Speedway. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. climbing into that number 8 Chevrolet, getting ready to start the 7th race of the season as we have climbed up into the 11th position in the points, and we will actually start this race in 12th based on owner's points. And so as Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets strapped in and gets ready, again a reminder, this is the racetrack where it all started for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as far as the wins, 17 career wins now. But obviously this one was very special for him to get the first ever win at Texas Motor Speedway. His dad was here, was able to celebrate the moment with him. And I know that was one thing that Dale Earnhardt Jr. has talked very highly about, is being able to celebrate the wins that he had received when his dad was around and was a part of those as well. Final words of encouragement being given to the driver as they strap him in, get the window net up. And as we see the driver in the car, let's find out from the crew chief what the strategy is going to be. Phil?
Tony Jr., such drastic differences in temperature from yesterday. What kind of adjustments have you made to the car because of this extreme difference in temperature?
Well, we just kind of basically based our setup off of last year in the fall here, and it's going to be quite a bit different change today. We'll just kind of have to take the first run. Car might be a little bit loose here in the first run, so we'll just, hopefully we don't, the track will tighten up as the day goes on. So we're not really that far off of where we were the last fall when we were here. We had a really good car and got caught up with 07. So, I'm pretty confident that the car is going to be a good top 5 car. We just a matter of getting us a little track position here, and the guys do a great job in the pits like they did at Martinsville, and we'll be fine.
Dale Jr. talked about how the lap times were so good yesterday in practice. Just some fine tuning from yesterday afternoon. Yeah,
we didn't come too far off of that because we originally had our baseline where we knew we were going to be around. So, we're just going to go with that. I mean, the way the weather was so freaky down here, it's hard to gather up anything, and you just got to take it as today's the day that it really counts, so we'll just make it run for today.
Obviously, the last 2 races were the COT races. We're back to the traditional style races. Is it hard to shift gears from the COT to this kind of race car?
It is. It's like running 2 different series, basically. I mean, you got a whole different way of thinking when you come to this car, and Dale Jr. even had a trouble when he got here. He felt like he was the way he leaned over just because the cars travel so much. So it took us about a practice and a half just to get him back comfortable driving these cars. So, that's the only bad thing is jumping back and forth. Your train of thought and your mental state's got to be different.
All right, buddy, we're going to be riding with you. Thanks, Tony.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
The voices you will hear today, Dale Earnhardt Jr. obviously in the car. Our spotter, Steve Meal, will be high atop Texas Motor Speedway from the spotter stand. And then we just heard from Tony Uri Jr. Those are the guys that will be chatting on the radio today that you can listen into. You also have the opportunity, if you go to your secondary audio options, to choose team communications. And if you have the white remote, you can do that by just pressing the yellow button. Otherwise, you can go to your audio options on your television, and it will give you that option of team communication. So that is an option that you can take advantage of as well. Engines are fired up. The car's about to roll out onto this 1.5-mile track, and this is one of those situations where probably a little more comfortable. Dale Earnhardt Jr. steps into this situation. He has run 9 races on this racetrack and has had success. His average start at Texas Motor Speedway, 8.6. Now, season so far has been 16.5, but today he starts 12th. And you may ask, well, I know he's in 11th as far as driver points, but this was based on owner points. And because Mark Martin started the season in the 01, had such success, the owner points for the 01 is still ahead of the 8 as far as starting positions. And so that is why we are 12th in owners points and 11th in driver points. Take a look at the point standings. We show you the top 12. 12 will make it into the chase for the Nextel Cup at the end of the season. Currently in the 8th position in drivers' points, 289 points out of the lead. Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton up in front of the field. Johnson's been on quite a roll, and he currently sits in 3rd in the point standings. Let's head back down to pit road and Phil Parsons.
Thanks, Rick. We're going to let Walt Smith, who's the pit crew coordinator for all of DEI's teams, introduce the guys that are going to be going over the wall today. Here's Walt Smith. Tell us about it, Walt.
Let me introduce you to the guys that make me look good each week. Right here, we've got front tire changer, Dwight Kopp. Hey, the reason he's so good is he does analyst gig on the side, and he knows if he makes a mistake, he has to analyze himself, so he's got to be perfect. Sean Ward, our front tire carrier, right here. Mr. Smooth, Mr. Consistent. Does everything well except one thing. I won't go into that, but he knows what I'm talking about. Our world famous Jackman, Brian Hootie Chase, the meanest bicycle racer at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You never mess with him on a bicycle. We're looking for sponsors. Mr. Consistency, my main tire changer on the Bud car. Longest duration of any of them. If he misses a lug nut, it's a national holiday. Mr. Consistency, Greg Burkhardt. Eric Wakeland, the baddest tire carrier of them all. Only knows one way, hard and fast. If the jack isn't upright on the car, he will knock it over. But he's our main tire carrier. Our fuel guys, Craig Lund. Never will gas ever come out of the back end of this car if it's up to Craig. He definitely does the job every week. And then the big man himself, Jeff Clark. I mean, what can we say? Women love him, the teams love him, everybody loves him, and he builds a bad motorcycle too. So if you need any motorcycles, call Jeff. Thank you.
All right, Walt, thanks a lot. That's Walt Smith, pit crew coordinator for DEI.
And that is the gentleman that will go over the wall, and they have the duty of making any adjustments that Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Eury Jr. see fit to this number 8 Chevrolet and making it a little bit faster. They made quite a few adjustments, Phil, yesterday and the day before in practice on this race car. And it seemed like when they first got it onto the racetrack, it was handling pretty well, but they decided to try to fine-tune it a little bit, and quite a few adjustments were made.
They really were, Rick, but it's a constant battle trying to keep up with the racetrack and fine-tuning these setups. You know, we talk all the time about the coil bind setup. It's such a fine line. It's beaten like a knife edge. To be perfect, there's so little margin for error. You could be right on the top of the pyramid. If you go a little bit one way, you fall off. You go a little bit the other way, you fall off. But these guys have really worked hard on this Budweiser Chevrolet, and they really feel like they've got a car capable of winning this race.
Will be a pit road speed.
Again, we're talking about pit road speed, and pit road speed is 45 miles per hour, and what they'll do is they'll set the tachometer to whatever it will be when the pace car drives at pit road speed. Now, the pace car, once it comes onto the racetrack, will travel at 55 miles per hour, but on pit road, they have to go 45 miles per hour.
It's 4,000 second.
Talking about 4,000 RPM in second gear. So that is set. They're about to go into turns 1 and 2. Now, this has been almost a national topic as of lately. as to the change in the bump in turn 1 and 2, and they're about to go over it right now. There's a tunnel that goes underneath turn 1 and 2, and they just went through it. Now, Junior has been known as far as going on the high side of this, and they thought that they fixed that bump, but Phil, I'm not so sure that they have got it where Junior normally runs fixed the way he would like to see it.
Rick, I talked to him right before he got in the car, and he said that he thought that they may have gotten about 40% of that bump taken care of. The bottom of the racetrack is pretty smooth, but the farther up the racetrack you go, the rougher it gets. He said there's also a couple bumps over down in 3 and 4 right on the bottom of the racetrack. So he said you can really make some good time in the middle to the high side in 3 and 4, but you may have to run the bottom down in 1 and 2.
We saw him in practice run quite a few different lines, but not too high on the racetrack. And it's again a beautiful day here in Texas in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Sun is shining, 67 degrees, and that's quite a drastic difference from yesterday and the day before when the temperatures was really trying to peak into the 50s. So it was quite a bit cooler. We did have some rain the first day of practice on Friday when they tried to get out on the racetrack. Also, qualifying was canceled. That's why Junior starts in the 12th position, as starting positions were based upon owners' points. So again, trying to get the tires warmed up in that race car, getting ready for the starts of the 7th race of the season.
Coming to the green.
Last lap before we see the green flag, so they'll go another 1.5 miles at caution speed, Phil.
This is the time when you want to make sure that your belts are tight. You want to be comfortable in
Speed
the
blowers
car.
and the front blowers are on right now.
Dale Jr.'s telling Tony
You can
Jr.
just turn the rear end blower on. Those brakes and B blowers, you can turn them on whenever you want. You want to just give it a couple runs here. See how it is in the first part here. All right, B blower and the front blowers are off.
What he's talking about is actually blowers that will cool off the right front tire. If this car gets a little bit too tight where the front end doesn't want to turn, then he'll turn on those bead blowers, cool off that tire a little bit to try to get a little more grip. That's a very fine adjustment that Dale's able to make in the car. There are very few adjustments that he can make to the car. He can obviously change his driving style, but very few adjustments that he can make in the car.
Which is already individualized there, Dale Jr. So if you just want to turn the brakes off, you can do that and just run the bead blowers or vice versa, whatever you need there.
Phil, they keep mentioning the bead blower, and you mentioned the tire, but it's really the inside of the tire, right?
Exactly. The heat in the tire goes from the center of the wheel out. So you want to definitely keep those beads, which is right where the tire mounts to the wheel. You want to keep that as cool as possible, and that's what those bead blowers are for.
As Tony Eury Jr. just mentioned, that there are separate switches for your brakes. They have ducts that go to just the brake pads to keep those cool. Also, then they have as he mentioned, the bead blowers to keep the tires a little bit cooler. So there are a few adjustments that a driver can make.
Car's off, stay in line, you get to start finish.
And on the outside
Green
of the
flag,
29.
green flag. They're all moving. That's the 40 car in your mirror. You're low if you'd like.
Samsung 500 underway.
Inside.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. behind the 99 of Carl Edwards. Started this one in 12th position.
Still inside you.
1.5 mile track, 24 degrees in the corners of this quad oval. We'll be going 334 laps, 501 miles. Pit road speed again, 45 miles per hour.
Behind you.
Problems behind
you.
the 8. Caution on lap number 1. David Reagan in the number 6 involved, as is David Gilliland in the 88. Now, one thing about the David Gilliland in that 88, that car is pitting right in front of where Ricky Rudd in that 88, and that car is pitting right in front of where Dale Jr. is pitting on pit road. And so if there is problems with that car, we want to make sure that.
What does it look like over here? I think it's okay, Dale Jr. Most of it got down in the grass. There wasn't a whole lot of thing hitting up here on the racetrack. They're going to leave you on the racetrack. Probably just follow the tracks to what's in front of you. Stay low right here at the start.
low past the start-finish line, and I just stay low all the way through the trial.
Saw that replay. A lot of damage to the 6 and the 88. The 88 actually backed over the top of the 6 as it went across the grass.
It looked like that 6 just pushed up into the 18 of J.J. Yaley, Rick, and that's what caused this. But again, these guys haven't been on the racetrack with any kind of conditions like there are right now. So looked like maybe the 6 car was a little bit tight off the corner, lost the front end a little bit and ran up into the 18 car, and that's what started this mess.
Ricky Rudd in that 88 started in the 29th position. The 6 of David Reagan started in 19th. So a lot of damage. You see the yellow car making its way across pit road.
Rick, the 88 of Ricky Rudd is in the pits right now. He's got a lot of damage to that left rear corner of the car. We'll see if he can stay on the lead lap. NASCAR will only allow the cars on the lead lap to pit the first time by when they open pit road. So it really would be a bit of a break if we are allowed to pit without that car here. But in the meantime, we'll be back with more from Texas Motor Speedway on the Dale Earnhardt Jr. channel right after this.
I think are right, and I can stand beside the idea to stand and fight. I do believe that's a dream for everyone. This is our country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, down the Dixie Highway back home. This is our country.
This is our country.
This is our country.
This is our truck. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
So if Napa also has parts that are really hard to find, how do they find them?
Well, it's pretty interesting. What they do is they take the old part and they show it to you.
Smell this, boys. It's a 1972 Toyota Land Cruiser fuel pump. Now go get me a new one. Give me a new one.
Am I supposed to believe that?
Good boy, Rufus. That's a good boy.
Yes, it's time to vacation, Dollar Millionaire style.
Road trip.
With outstanding McDonald's fries and outlandish legroom, this cabin is first class all the way.
Oh, these people don't fly coach, but they're pretty fly.
They're also decked out with decadent double cheeseburgers and other dollar menu delicacies. No, they don't need a 5-star hotel. They've got $5 million.
Hey, Jimmy, I was following you in practice, and it looks like you're kind of messing up turn 3. And if I was you, I would try to arc it out a little more.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna need it again. I'm so sorry, what were we saying?
Good talk, Jimmy.
Nextel helps NASCAR fans get things done with the Motorola Blend. 1 powerful phone, 2 powerful networks. Nextel, only from Sprint.
And welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass, exclusively on DirecTV. The Budweiser Chevrolet running in the 11th position. Jeff Gordon leads the field around Texas Motor Speedway. Just in front of us, it's Carl Edwards. Right behind us, Jamie McMurray. So 2 Roush cars on either side of us. Only 4 laps of the 334 have been completed. And on lap number 1, there was actually a caution that came out. Just behind us, showing it from the blimp cam, what took place in the upper right corner of your screen.
It just looked like a case, again, Rick, of David Reagan
Corner of the green, still got cleanup
pushing
trucks
a little bit
past the start-finish
off
line
the corner there, and he made contact. As you can see, the animation right there on the Fox broadcast. But looked like obviously J.J. Yaley got a good piece of that accident along with Ricky Rudd. Ricky was able to stay on the lead lap, so as of right now, but his car had a lot of damage to the left rear corner for sure, and it probably will hurt his efforts today.
We're talking to J.J. Yaley now on the network, and as you mentioned, he was involved in that one, as was David Reagan, Ricky Rudd, also the 70 of Johnny Sauter involved in that one. And so early caution at Texas Motor Speedway, bringing out the yellow flag. It'll take a few laps to get comfortable out on the racetrack. Again, only one lap being run prior to the caution flag coming out, so a little bit difficult there. Now, obviously, we have the opportunity for the team to take a look at this also on the pit boxes. They're watching it closely, Phil.
That's one of the advantages to having the hot pass, especially in our pits, the 8-car pits. All the teams able to watch what the car's doing all the time. Tony Jr. up on top of the pit box is watching his car the entire race. And all the guys, obviously, after something happens like that, they want to come down here and see what caused that accident, but they also want to see what the car looks like on the racetrack. And after the pit stop, Walt Smith, our pit crew coordinator,
pass on the right if you get to him,
will come over here and analyze that pit stop and see where maybe they can make that pit stop better. But these guys are on the money usually on pit road. Let's get back to racing.
26 behind you.
Green flag back out, and the 99 and the 8 ran a little bit together in practice yesterday. 99 was a pretty strong car, so we'll see how Junior does with the 99, who's just in front of him right now on the racetrack. Upper left-hand corner, we see the onboard camera from up on top of the roof of the car. You notice that Clint Boyer now is in front of us in that 07.
As you can see, Rick, most of these cars so far right on the bottom of the racetrack, as the tire pressure builds up, they get a little bit of rubber down on the racetrack, the air pressure builds up in the tires, the air temperature builds up on these tires. They're going to start moving around the racetrack, especially down in 3 and 4. They're going to be moving up the racetrack, maybe even to the top of the racetrack. But when the tires are fresh, air pressure's down, they stay right on the bottom of the racetrack typically.
There's a pass for position, trying to get by Clint Boyer. Junior looked like he really had a good run from the center of the corner out. And Phil, that looks like that may be a little bit of a loose condition with the car. It doesn't look to be pushing, because he was really able to get in the gas right away and really catch up to Clint Boyer easily.
Rick, I talked to Tony Gibson, the car chief, right before the race, and he felt like they would be a little bit loose to start the race because they know that this racetrack gets tighter and tighter and tighter. So they want to be a little bit loose right now to try to keep up with the racetrack and be ready for it when it tightens up, which means when it's tight, you kind of lose the front end of the car, and that's what they're trying to avoid.
Next car in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr., that 29 Chevrolet of Kevin Harvick. Now, Harvick had his struggles in practice on Friday and Saturday, and it looks as though running a little bit more competitive times now as he runs just in front of that Budweiser Chevrolet.
It's one of the cars that we frequently have on Hot Pass, the 29 of Kevin Harvick. And you put Kevin Harvick and Todd Berry and those guys together, they're going to figure it out.
And I believe they did just that on Saturday, on the practices on Saturday. They were able to figure that car out, get it running competitively. When I say they weren't running as well as they had hoped, they were in the 40 range as far as ranking on the first practice. And I had talked to the driver, Kevin Harvick. I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Well, we're not really sure." And how about that little loose move there by Junior when he came out of turn number 4? But obviously they've got it figured out in the 29. And the 8 is moving forward up into the top 10, running in the 9th position. Tony Stewart just in front of us. In practice on Saturday, Tony Stewart, one of the faster cars on the racetrack. Try to reel him in and see how he is running, as we're about a 1/10 of a second behind that 20.
As we talked about this entire show, how drastically different the temperature is. It's amazing. It was about as cold yesterday as you wanted it to be, and now it's very, very warm out here on pit road.
And Phil, the other thing with the temperature and the weather yesterday, it was blowing, the wind was blowing so hard. It was 30, 35, 40 miles an hour, and then it was gusting beyond that. So quite different conditions today, as it's quite a bit calmer and really sunny and beautiful today.
It really is. As a matter of fact, Dale Jr. was complaining during practice about the car being inconsistent. He said, one time I go in turn 3 and it does one thing, and another time I go in turn 3, it does something else. And Steve Meal, our spotter, said, hey, that's probably the wind. It's really swirling up here, blowing hard, and even changing direction. So Dale Jr. said, yep, you're probably right.
A lot of experience on this race team. The wisdom of Steve Meal, Tony Uri Jr. Those two guys are the calming effect on Dale Jr. when he maybe will get a little frustrated in the race car. Obviously no reason to be frustrated today as the car looks to be running pretty comfortable paces around the racetrack, almost up to 200 miles an hour when they get into turn number 1. This is a very, very fast racetrack.
Clear by 2 to the 40 car.
This racetrack, it was really completely redone after they built it. It was very, very difficult transitions into and out of the corners when they first built this racetrack. They completely redid it, made the transitions a lot softer into and out of the corner, really made it for a good racetrack.
Now, Phil, before the race started, we were able to talk with H.A. Mergen, Dr. Mergen, one of the team engineers on this race team, and he made the comment they thought they'd probably go to around lap 50 on the first time out as far as when they would pit for fuel. But because that caution came out so early and those caution laps that we had, do you think they'll still stick to that plan, or do you think they'll maybe increase that window a bit?
That'll probably increase that window a little bit, but they won't want to take any chances, especially if Dale would like to have an adjustment made. They don't want to stay out too long, because obviously the longer you go, the slower these cars will get, even though Goodyear brought a great tire here. So you don't want to stay out too long and have cars pit and really make up some time on you. But I'd say they probably could go beyond that 50-lap window that Dr. Mergen was talking about.
So now in the picture, you see the 20 of Tony Stewart. We're trying to reel him in, and that's the way we want to go.
Innovation. In some places, they're obvious, like the all-new redesigned interior. In other places, they're not so obvious, like this tailgate step, only on the new Super Duty. Introducing the bold new F-Series Super Duty. It's built better to work harder for you.
Hey, I'm ordering some Domino's.
Great.
Thanks for calling Domino's. Would you like to try our new Double Zero deal? Double what? Double Zero deal. Buy one pizza, get a second one free on Sundays. It's named after me. Who are you? I'm Double Zero, David Ruderman. Hey, check this out. Hey, can you hear that? Yeah. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Hey, how about now? It's windy.
Buy a large pizza, get a second one free.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside will show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. Wow. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HD TV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Save up to $500 on all HD TVs powered by DLP today at Circuit City.
For NASCAR drivers, blocking is a way to stay ahead of the pack. For me, blocking is how I stay a step ahead of frequent heartburn. Prilosec OTC blocks heartburn before it even begins with 1 pill a day, so I can enjoy my day and my evening without worrying about frequent heartburn kicking up. Zero heartburn for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. That's my Prilosec OTC.
So easy to turn, so easy to handle. It almost drives itself. But it's not just about mowing the lawn. It's also about owning a John Deere. Easy Track, the newest John Deere.
Well, the battery's good, so I figure it's the alternator. So I go down to AutoZone, and the guy says, well, let's test it first. Might not be a problem. Turns out it's just a bad cable. You know, with AutoZone, piece of cake.
One wrong song choice. One bad note. Done. One forgotten lyric. Sayonara. Fox Tuesday. TV's #1 show ups the pressure. Be there to see the top 7 performances that will have all of America talking.
There are no second chances.
American Idol, Tuesday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
TV, powered by DLP. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
Welcome back. Live coverage from Texas Motor Speedway as Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s just moved into the 7th position as he was able to get by the 99 of Carl Edwards, taking over the 8th position from Tony Stewart just moments ago. He was able to get on the inside, as you see in the upper left-hand corner. They went through the quad oval, and Junior makes the pass. That was to take over 8th. Now he's moved into 7th as he has gotten by the 99 of Carl Edwards. Now, Tony Stewart was a very strong competitor in practice yesterday. We can talk to their team. We're going to do that here in just 1 second. Hey, Brad Sham, it's Rick Allen over on Channel 799. We just were able to get by Tony Stewart. How has he been doing? What's his communication been on the radio up to this point?
Rick, so far the only thing they've really observed after we got through the mess at the very beginning was that he was just a little tighter than loose. Up high, and he's just kind of feeling it out. I think he's still pretty happy with the way the car's running.
Pat Patterson, have they talked anything about any kind of changes that they're thinking about making on this first stop?
No, I think right now it's way early. They're just riding, trying to get a feel for it. As Brad just said, he's been really pretty quiet on the radio, and with as long as this race is, you guys know how long it is. Right now, he's pretty content, I think, just to ride right along there with your car and just try to hang on to this top 10 and feel things out.
Rick, we were talking earlier about how well Tony Stewart has run at this track and this year, but the 8 car has been running a little better the last few weeks too.
Well, actually, those were Car of Tomorrow races, and so it was a good situation that we were able to get a little bit of comfort and some momentum going. But Phil, we've talked about this before. This is really Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s racetrack. This is where he's really succeeded.
Boy, it really is. And Pat, I'm interested to see what kind of changes Tony and Zippy made to that car, because obviously the weather is so drastically different than yesterday. We've talked about it this entire race. Did they make many changes to the Home Depot Chevrolet this morning?
No, actually, they were real happy with it. Phil, he was 5th fastest yesterday in the what little bit of happy hour practice that there was. As you just said, obviously the weather's going to dictate everything, but I would expect these guys to try to loosen the car up just a little bit when we come in this next time or the first time. And past that point, I think when they're quiet like this on the radio, that's all good signs.
Well, Brad and Pat, we really appreciate you guys taking a little time and chatting with us on our channel, and hopefully everything goes well. I know that you guys have dropped back a couple spots, but I'm sure you're going to get them back. You've got a lot of talent there behind the wheel and also on the pit box.
Early days, Rick. Nice talking to you.
All right, guys, back to the 8th. The Budweiser Chevrolet moving forward up into the 6th position.
Junior talked about the car being in neutral. He's given information to Tony Jr. He said neutral, which is music to Tony Jr.'s ears.
Yeah, I think they want to have...
Butter 1050 wheel right there. 205.
They want to have adjustability into this, and I think if they're neutral, Phil, that's a perfect situation for them, because obviously not tight, not loose, and so able to make adjustments if it does go a direction right now, knowing where their settings are.
That's exactly right, because early on, Junior, right during our last commercial break, was talking about the car being a little bit loose up off the corner, kind of sliding around on the right rear of the car. And then a little bit after that, he talked about it being a little...
Tight in, loose off. Cut the corner in half, tight in, loose off.
You hear that? Now he's a little bit tight in and a little bit loose off the corner. That means the front end doesn't want to turn, getting down in the corner. Right when he gets down in the corner, doesn't want to turn as well as he would like. But then he's on that right rear tire coming off the corner a little bit loose, but still running incredibly good lap times and moving forward. So maybe just a fine adjustment will make that car a lot better.
Yeah, Phil, he just mentioned, he made a comment cutting that corner off. Did he come in a little bit higher and maybe then come down on the racetrack?
Yeah, that's a possibility. He will be searching for a groove. That's why really in the probably last half a dozen laps, he's talked about the car doing different things because he's searching for a groove. You see him running right down on the bottom of the racetrack, typically down in 1 and 2, and a little bit higher down in 3 and 4. Because remember, he told me that it was really, really rough up high in 1 and 2 and right on the bottom in 3 and 4. So he's trying to avoid those bumps right now and doing a great job of it.
And running right now, the highest he's run has been right about where the tire wear, where the darker part of the racetrack is up on the high side of the track. That's about as high as he's gone on this racetrack. But we've seen Dale Earnhardt Jr. run in the 3rd groove here at Texas Motor Speedway, which is really up close to that wall.
Yeah, I would not be too surprised to see him up there again, because he's just going to try to find clean racetrack, good green racetrack. We want to maximize grip, and a lot of cars running in the groove that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is running right now. And then if they'll get a lot of rubber down there, it'll start getting a little bit slick, and then he'll start moving up the racetrack, trying to get greener racetrack, and that's why you will find him sometimes right up on top of the racetrack.
Well, Phil, we just we took off and went by Matt Kenseth, and at number 17 took over the 5th spot, so broke into the top 5. Denny Hamlin just in front of us. Jeff Gordon has led virtually every lap, if not every lap, of this race up to this point. Then it's Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, and the number 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 5th. Take a look in the upper left-hand corner of that pass that he just put on the 17 of Matt Kenseth. He flew by Matt.
Yeah, it's obvious Matt knew that Dale Jr. was coming, and he was a faster car, and there's no sense Matt Kenseth racing Dale Jr. right now. We've got so much of this race to go, 300 laps left of this race, and Matt Kenseth knew by looking in the mirror that Dale Jr. was coming. No sense holding him up.
Yeah, 10th of the race complete at this point, but as you mentioned, a lot of racing still to go, and we're seeing that Jr. running a little bit higher on the racetrack, and you see what a run he had there as he goes by Denny Hamlin and the 26. What an unbelievable run Dale Earnhardt Jr. just had as he was going by Denny Hamlin. Coming off of turn number 4, take a look in the upper left-hand corner. He had such an unbelievable run. That's actually Kenny Wallace in the 78. But look at him go by Denny Hamlin on the bottom of the racetrack.
I think Denny got seized up a little bit there. He was running side by side with Kenny Wallace, so that's why Junior had such a run when he came off turn number 4 and was able to drive right by him.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. up into the 4th position, continues on the Budweiser train as he's going toward the front.
Bethan!
WU.
Your cell phone bill is what's up. All this texting.
OMG, INBD.
It is a big deal. Who are you texting 50 times a day?
IDK, my BFF Jill.
Tell your BFF Jill that I'm taking away your phone.
TISNF.
Me paying this bill, that's what's SNF.
Now too much texting is NBD. Singular brings you unlimited texting, just $5 more a month. And get an LG broadband phone free. The new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Casey Kane. Where?
Casey!
There he is. There he is.
Even the best drivers could use accident forgiveness. Part of your choice auto insurance. Only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Hey, is there anything we could do to help?
Anything.
Want to see something juicy? How's this? Right now at Applebee's, it's steak time, where you can dive into our new juicy New York strip steak, a thick center-cut sirloin topped with sautéed mushrooms and served with garlic mashed potatoes and grilled asparagus. The new New York strip steak, only at Applebee's. Can't stay for dinner? Pick it up and take it home.
Left here. Morning, gentlemen. So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk.
Hate engine gunk.
I know you do. Well, Shell stop gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh? Not gonna happen.
Don't forget about us, Stevie.
With Glidden Team Colors paint, you can get the official colors of your favorite team.
Sir, you're all set.
Whoever that may be. Exclusively from Glidden and only at the Home Depot.
Jack Bauer must choose between defending his nation and protecting the one he cares about most.
I promise you I'm gonna get you out of there.
24, all new tomorrow at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
I'm gonna get to the truth.
He's got the wrong guy. I'm asking you not to do this for me.
Why not?
Yeah, we'll probably hit about 51 Steve, just to be safe.
And welcome back. Talking about when they would make their first pit stop. As we have completed 42 of the 334 laps.
10 laps till we pit, Dale Jr.
Around lap 51 is when Tony Eury Jr. has made the comment that they think they will come in. Currently running in the 4th position, started this race in 12th.
So again, really loose off. All right.
So again, mentioning a little snug in, loose off. Phil, though, I would have to ask, he's running probably the fastest.
Out, caution's out. There's a wreck down the back stretch. I can't see the car. He's there. I see him. He's on the bottom.
And so a caution has come out. That's the 49, Mike Bliss driving that 49. And so that brings out our second caution of the day, but a pretty good opportunity for all of the teams to take advantage of this caution for making their pit stops. Phil, I was going to say, as good as this car has been running, do you want to make too many changes to it early on?
Well, you want to keep up with the racetrack, as we've talked about this entire show. So I'm sure Tony Jr. is going to make some minor adjustments to the car. Obviously, Dale Jr. was talking about being a little snug, getting in the corner. He'll probably do a little minor adjustments for that, and also try to tighten that car up a little bit off the corner. Probably not as concerned about the off the corners, because we feel like
try taking like a pound out of left front. See if they help the turn in and take the loose out off. Just a half a pound out of left front or something. I was going to do a half down on the track bar right here to kind of help you out. Kind of get off of that spring a little bit, get in, and tighten you up off. All right. Feels like it's rolling over to the right rear or carrying the left front off, like it's got a lot of spring in it. It's tight in, loose off. Pit road is open. Pit road is open. We got a good car, though. Do a half pound in that left front there. Out. Half pound out.
Ray Ocean's going to have to go to work now as they will
4 tires, guys. Half a round down on the track bar. Yes, sir.
He's
4,000 second gear way on down here, June.
He's on it. He's adjusting that tire right now, Rick.
Ray Ocean is the tire specialist for the number 8 team. He will set the tire pressures for all 4 tires, and as you just mentioned, go down a half a pound. And the over-the-wall crew about to go over and service the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet.
Right here, Boot. Come on in here. Leave yourself a little room right there.
Phil, did the 88 come in on this stop?
He did, Rick.
Well, that surprised me. He's a lap down.
Yeah, 48's coming, but you're clear right there. Go right there outside.
Looks like a good pit stop. 13.37 seconds that time, Rick.
Wow, very impressive. 13.37 seconds for the Budweiser Chevrolet team as he works his way back out, and he went out just behind the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Again, there was about a 4-second differential between Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr. before the caution came out, so that has been eliminated. We'll be right back with more racing from Texas Motor Speedway.
Have you enjoyed a Budweiser lately? Because I can only describe the smoothness you'll get from Beechwood aging. I can only tell you about the choicest hops. But if you really want to understand what makes Budweiser the king of beers, you have to taste it. Just taste it. The perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser. Open up a world of taste.
Truck guys told us what matters in a half-ton is guts. So we gave this truck a big rear axle, a stronger frame, and the biggest honking bed. All to help it handle payloads of 2,000 pounds. Which answers the age-old question of how to put a ton of whatever in a half-ton bag. Available on the all-new full-size Tundra. The truck that's changing it all.
Don't miss out on the biggest comedy adventure that has something for everyone.
It's freaking awesome.
You think you're funny for your friends?
No matter how big or how small.
Unleash hell! No fireballs, no explosions, no problemo, Gigantor. My name's Larry.
Everything comes to life on DVD. Night at the Museum, only April 24th.
Quest for fire? Over.
Yes, it's time to vacation, Dollar Millionaire style.
Road trip!
With outstanding McDonald's fries and outlandish legroom. This cabin is first class all the way.
Oh, these people don't fly coach, but they're pretty fly.
They're also decked out with decadent double cheeseburgers and other dollar menu delicacies. No, they don't need a 5-star hotel. They've got $5 million.
Sure this is going to work? All the teams count on UPS for deliveries. They're the only ones allowed in the garage, so we should be able to sneak into qualifying.
Dale?
Unbelievable! Dale Jarrett is trying to qualify the UPS truck. This is amazing.
Every lap, every driver, all on your computer. Which driver will you follow? The all-new Track Pass Race View from NASCAR.com. Your driver, your view.
Hey, race fans. You grab the bud, I'll grab the trophy.
Welcome back to the Dallas-Fort Worth area and Texas Motor Speedway. 7th race of the season for the NASCAR Nextel Cup. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., when he came out off of pit road, was in about the 6th position. And one of the cars that stayed out on the racetrack was the 7 of Robbie Gordon. Now, Phil, I'm wondering what's going on there. Do they have some sort of a larger fuel cell than everybody else?
No, Rick, they just want to get 5 points. They stayed out to lead a lap. They're getting ready to pit this time, I think. Anyway, they're pitted right next to us, right to our right. So I went over and asked his guys what the deal was. We knew they have to pit because they've run just about as long as we have on fuel. They said, yeah, we just wanted to stay out and lead a lap, get 5 points.
Very good. So they got their 5 bonus points. They'll come down pit road, have service done to their car, and that will put us up into the 4th position, because one of the other cars that was also scored ahead of us was the 19 of Elliott Sadler. He also stayed out to lead a lap and get 5 bonus points. Now, as everyone is shaken out through the pit stops, it's Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Matt Kenseth are your top 5. Kurt Busch running in the 6th position. Robbie Gordon's 7th is where he was scored, but he'll come in on pit road and be back a ways. We had a pretty good pit stop there, though, Phil, don't you think?
We sure did, Rick. Guys came in. DJ Kopp, obviously our front tire changer. Greg Burkhart's our rear tire changer. It's about a 5.5 second right side stop there. Hootie Chase will drop the jack, move around to the left side. Takes about 3.4 seconds to get that car up from on the left side after he comes around the right side. But a great job. Sean Ward, Eric Wakeland, our tire changers, and Jeff Clark jams that thing full of Sunoco fuel, and Craig Lund makes sure they don't spill any. Good job.
Did a phenomenal job. Again, 13.37 seconds for the Budweiser Chevrolet team. The over-the-wall crew, an excellent job keeping them up in the 4th position where they came in from that most recent caution. Now, again, it's the 2nd caution of the day. This time, just a 1-car incident. The 49 of Mike Bliss brought out our most recent caution back on lap 43. We've had about 5 laps of caution where all of the field have come down pit road to have service done on their vehicles.
Coming to the green.
Again, there was about a 4-second gap between Jeff Gordon and the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. That has been eliminated as we run nose to tail now, Phil.
Yeah, standing by with Tony Jr. Tony Jr., Dale Jr. was talking about the car being a little snug as he entered the corner and then a little free off the corner. Is it difficult when you're really trying to fix 2 things at once?
Well, you can. I mean, there's a number of things going to be happening getting into the corner. It could be getting on the spring real early and causing a push. But the biggest thing we've done is move the track bar. It kind of does 2 things at once. It'll get it off the right front spring and it'll give grip in the right rear. So we just done a little bit of air pressure at the left front just to get a little aero balance into the car. And we'll just see. It's always different from your first set of tires, trying to match up the ones in the pits. So I think we've got a pretty good handle on it here after Bristol. So we'll see what happens right here on this run.
I really love what Junior said just before you made the pit stop. He said, we've got a good car.
Yeah, I mean, that's always what a crew chief wants to hear. I mean, we thought we had one yesterday, but when you get it on race day, that's when it really counts.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Tony.
Again, checking out the tires. It's Ray Ocean down, checking out the depth on the tires, making sure the wear is equal. He's the tire specialist.
Pace car's off.
As you mentioned, we heard the pace car off. That's Steve Meal, spotter
Green
up
flag,
above.
green flag, 17 car in your mirror.
Again, the cars on the inside, lap down cars. On the restart, we had 34 cars on the lead lap. 5 cars are being scored at least a lap down. And then there are 4 cars that are off the racetrack at this time. Trying to clear the slower lap traffic.
Inside you. Clear.
Rick, as you mentioned, we restarted in the 4th position, but that's really 8th because you've got 4 lap cars on the inside line. But Dale Jr.'s done a good job getting by those lap cars. Now he's got some pretty clean racetrack.
4 fresh good years. He's been able to run a little bit higher on the racetrack as the race has progressed. So not uncomfortable running the 2nd and 3rd line even on the restart. Again, out in front of us, though, it's the 24 of Jeff Gordon and then his teammate in that 48 of Jimmy Johnson. The Hendrick team has done very well to start off this season, has the potential to set a record or tie a record as far as number of wins in a row by a team.
It's been since 1971 since Petty Enterprises won 5 races in a row, and that's what Hendrick Motorsports is going for right now. 5 in a row. That's a long time.
Tells just how difficult that record would be to at least tie. In 71, that's back when the King, Richard Petty, was dominating the Nextel Cup. Back then, the Cup Series. And now a very strong number 8 team trying to reel in that 48 of Jimmy Johnson.
You know, as amazing as it is to try to win 5 races in a row with one team, would you believe back in 1967, Rick, that Richard Petty won 10 races in a row?
That would really be frustrating for the competition.
It's about like Byron Nelson winning 11 golf tournaments in a row.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of 11 drivers in the field that have won at this racetrack. 12 different drivers have won here, and there's only been 12 races. So no one has ever repeated at Texas, but that could change today. As I mentioned, 11 drivers that have won this race are in the field today.
Do you know who the 12th driver is, Rick?
You know what? I think I do. He might have a little bit of Texas ties to him, doesn't he, Phil?
I think he does, and I know you know who it is. Texas Terry Labonte.
He sure does. Yep, that was a really special moment for Terry Labonte to win here in his home state. Dale Earnhardt Jr. comfortably running around the racetrack now, reeling in that Lowe's Chevrolet.
He's running some real good lap times right now. That time he was about the 3rd fastest car on the racetrack, within about a 1/10 of a second of the fastest car, who that lap was Jeff Burton.
Jeff Burton being scored in the 2nd position right now, scoring about 1.9 seconds is what it says we are behind Jeff Gordon. The 24 of Gordon running strong up in the front of the field, and it's Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson, and us. And then rounding out the top 5 is Matt Kenseth in the number 17. Other Hotpass drivers today: Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, also being highlighted on Hotpass. Juan Pablo Montoya and Clint Boyer are the 4 other drivers that you're able to tune to on NASCAR Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV.
The third fastest car on the racetrack that time, Rick. About a 1/10 of a second off Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton, who ran almost the exact same time. We're about a 1/10 of a second off that, but the third fastest car on the racetrack that lap.
So we will be trying to reel in that 48, but the 24 and the 31 still just a tick better at this point in the race. The two cars up in front of the field separated by about a second. So Jeff Gordon about a second in front of Jeff Burton right now. And again, as I mentioned, about 2 seconds back is the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Dale Jr. was the second fastest car on the racetrack. Jeff Gordon continues to be the fastest car. Dale Jr. was the second fastest car, faster that lap than Jeff Burton or Jimmy Johnson.
In the upper right-hand corner of our screen, I noticed the 45 of Kyle Petty running on the apron. And so problems for that car as he looks like he's going to take it onto pit road and maybe get some work done on that vehicle.
Yeah, he just made a pit stop a few moments ago and came off of pit road, so he obviously has some problems in the Petty Enterprises number 45.
Running quite a bit higher now, Phil. We're running way up where it's just barely dark as opposed to that really light track that we haven't run on as of yet. But it looks as though Junior is flirting a little bit more with running the high line in 3 and 4.
Yeah, he has no problems running up high, and wherever that Budweiser Chevrolet is going to stick, that's where he's going to take it. But again, that lap, about the second fastest car on the racetrack, continues to run good lap after lap after lap.
Here again, and you can just get a little bit of a feel when we ride along with Junior. You can get a little bit of a feel of where that bump is in 3 and 4, and then also here in 1 and 2, since he runs way down on the bottom of the racetrack, you see it, the camera move just a bit. That's where it's a little bit bumpy. But again, he's run on the bottom of the racetrack, and what they've talked about is they've fixed that bump, but we haven't seen Junior run up on the high line like he does here in 3 and 4. As we ride along with him here, he's up in the third groove as we go through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, a little bit rough again down in 1 and 2, right over the tunnel. They made some repairs to it. Dale Jr. said it was a little bit better than it has been, but still a little bit rough up there, a little bit smoother down on the bottom. Second fastest car that time on the racetrack, Rick.
Again, running very strong, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and comfortably running the higher line. A lot of times you always hear people say, well, the fastest way around the racetrack is on the bottom of the track. But you see, as Junior is able to go on the high side of the racetrack, in the upper left we see the helicopter view. So we're at an aerial view up above. You can see the different lines that
tight center of 1 and 2.
Tight in the center of 1 and 2, and that's where he's running down on the bottom of the racetrack. In 3 and 4, he's running a lot higher line.
Tight in the center of 3 and 4.
Again, Jeff Burton had slowed just moments ago, and we've taken over the third position as Burton has dropped back into the 4th spot. We take one more look at that pass that just took place in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, obviously Jeff Burton, knowing that Dale Jr. ran him down as the fastest car. That's what a lot of these veteran drivers will do. There's no sense fighting this early in the race, fighting for position on the racetrack. Jeff Burton pulled over, allowed Dale Jr. to drive by on the outside, lost very little time doing that.
On the bottom of the screen, you see, as we look back on Jeff Burton, also sometimes, Phil, you as drivers, you'll drop back behind a guy who's maybe running a little bit faster and watch the lines that they're running just to make sure that they're running the best lines for their car.
And absolutely, at this level nowadays, Dale Jr., obviously as much experience as he's had and as much success as he's had at this racetrack, he knows what he wants that car to feel like, and he's going to search around to try to find places on the racetrack that he can get that feel.
2 Hendrick cars out in front of the field, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. Then it's the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt Jr. breaking into the top 3. A podium finish would be excellent, as his best finish of the year came 2 weeks ago at Martinsville in 5th in a Car of Tomorrow race. Obviously, Junior looking to find victory lane once again here at Texas Motor Speedway, though.
That's what I love about this team. Yeah, they had a couple good races. They finished 7th at Bristol and 5th at Martinsville. They want so much more. They never stop working. As good as that car was during practice yesterday, as you and I were watching, Rick, they never stop working on that car, trying to make it just a little bit better because they want to be the best here on Sunday.
No give up in this team. And so we now try to reel in the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. About 1.3 seconds in front of us is Jimmy Johnson, and we're about 3.6 seconds behind Jeff Gordon. So really that 24 is running a very, very difficult pace to try to keep up with.
What's going on back there? I can't really see behind me at all.
Junior asking Steve Meal what's going on behind me.
Doing fine. You're clear probably about 12 to the 31. Excellent lap time at last lap.
Words of encouragement there from Tony Uri Jr. You take a look at how this season started and how it has gone for Junior. A rough start, Daytona and Fontana, not the finishes that Junior was looking for. Engine problems in California actually relegated Junior all the way back to 40th in the point standings. He's been able to battle back with top 15 performances at Vegas and Atlanta, and then broke into the top 10 at Bristol and a top 5 run at Martinsville, and that's put him into the 11th position in the drivers' point standings.
And remember, for the first time this year, they will take 12 drivers into the chase for the Nextel Cup. It's been 10 in the previous years. They're going to take 12 this year.
They also used to have the stipulation that you would also get in if you were within 400 points of the leader. Well, that is no longer the case. Now it's just the top 12 that are into the chase for the Nextel Cup at the end of the season.
Yeah, nobody really qualified for that within 400 point situation. So they said, hey, we'll just drop that. We'll increase the thing to 12. Then we'll have a chase for the cup with 12 drivers.
Closing in on 1/4 of this race complete as we continue to run right around the top of 3 and 4. We'll be right back to more at Texas Motor Speedway.
Using the all-new Dodge Avenger.
Commence heat-seeking missile test.
With a heated cup holder. .5-liter V6. And ESP with all-speed traction control. Oh, did we mention the cup holder also cools? The all-new Dodge Avenger.
The season's just begun, but the action is already heating up on NASCAR Hotpass from DirecTV.
Look out! No! Big trouble!
Capture this year's biggest moments with exclusive channels featuring the top NASCAR drivers.
Matt Kenseth coming to the white flag.
Don't just watch the race.
Johnson, you are the man.
Be a part of it.
They're going to drag race to the finish line. Yes!
This season, ride shotgun for just $99. NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV.
Bring your baseball team home all season long with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Whether you're a Chicago fan living in the East or a New York fan living out West, catch your favorite team no matter where you live with up to 60 out-of-market games a week. Non-stop baseball action you don't want to miss. And new on-screen scores and stats. Make every game a home game with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Order by April 15th and save $40.
Floyd loves to talk. He says he has no respect for my game, but when I'm done, he will. The time for talk is over.
Pretty boy Floyd? He's gonna need a new nickname when I'm finished.
Don't miss it Saturday, May 5th, only on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Scalpel. Sponge. I'm picking De La Hoya.
Doctor, I'm picking Mayweather.
It's Mayweather!
It's De La Hoya!
Roger that, I'm picking Mayweather.
It's De La Hoya!
The world is talking.
Crowd's getting their money's worth in Vegas.
De La Hoya Mayweather. The world awaits. Who are you picking?
Mayweather, absolutely.
De La Hoya, definitely.
Don't miss it. Live on DirecTV pay-per-view, channel 123.
That was a really
try something else. Kelly, what's it like to take a hot lap in a stock car?
The NASCAR Day 07 put together a great ride for me. And remember, y'all, NASCAR Day is May 18th, and the best way to celebrate is by getting your NASCAR Day pin for only $5.
You really seem to be dialed in on NASCAR Day.
Well, yeah. Every pin sold raises money for the NASCAR Foundation, which helps kids, animals, conservation efforts, and other worthy causes. I'm doing my part, and so can you. Go to NASCAR.com/foundation to purchase your pin.
I'm Earnhardt Jr., and you're riding shotgun with me all race long, right here on NASCAR Hotpass.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass, exclusively on DirecTV. We're running very well on the high side of the racetrack, but one car that's just in front of us we'd like to talk to is that 48 of Jimmy Johnson. We have the ability to talk to their team. We're going to do it right now. Hey, Mike Wallace, I talked to Jimmy Johnson earlier today. He made the comment that he was a little bit excited about the wins and everything, but is the team a little bit on edge knowing that they've got the potential of a record coming up here?
Well, what we've seen so far, Rick, is that this team is going about this race just like they have any other race. They're very methodical about it. They're only talking when they have something to talk about. There's not a lot of fun chatter, I guess you'd say, going on. They're very serious right now. So I think not only do they have the record on the line, they just got another race they want to win. Phil Parsons, what about the 8 car? I mean, he's made, your guys have made a big move towards the front. Everything's running good. You're third right behind our guy, Jimmy Johnson. How's your day going?
Mike, it's going really well. Junior was a little snug getting in the corner and then a little free off the corner. Tony Jr. dropped the track bar about a half a round on the right rear, and now we're running extremely good lap times, almost matching your guys' lap times to the 10th of a second each and every lap. Obviously, Jeff Gordon, the 24, is just a little bit quicker than us right now, but things are really shaping up well for our race here. And, hey, Ray Dunlap, what kind of changes have you guys made, or did you guys make on your first pit stop?
Well, Phil, we did just the opposite, actually. His car was a little bit tight for Jimmy here, so they dropped the track bar just a little bit to try to loosen him up just a little, raise the track bar, just the opposite of what Dale Jr. did. So by doing that, they loosened up Jimmy just a little bit. He said the car is absolutely perfect right now. The only problem he's had is pointing it off of turn 4 just a little bit. They're trying to make that just a little better. But obviously everybody, you guys included, and our team needs to do a little bit better if we're going to be able to go race Jeff Gordon.
Hey, Mike, one more question I just wanted to ask you. Has Jimmy tried any other lines? I know we've seen him a little bit in front of us, but we've run on the high line through 3 and 4, but stayed down low in 1 and 2. Has Jimmy been staying on the bottom of the track the whole time?
Yeah, primarily, Rick, Jimmy has run the bottom of the racetrack the whole time. His spotter, Stevie Reeves, is kind of trying to convince him a little bit to move to the top of the racetrack or to the middle of the racetrack down in 3 and 4. He keeps bringing up some other cars behind him that are doing that, but nobody's mounted a big challenge. So right now he likes running the bottom of the racetrack, and as you know, the shortest way around these racetracks is on the bottom, so right now they're content with where they're running.
Well, let him be content for a while, but here we come. Thanks a lot, Ray Dunlap and Mike Wallace. We appreciate you guys joining us, and we enjoy the opportunity to be able to talk to the different teams here on Hot Pass. And so in front of us, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the next car that we're trying to reel in. And the differential right now between Jimmy Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr., because we just had to get around one of the slower lap cars, that's 7 of Robbie Gordon, it has increased a bit to about 1.5 seconds. It was down to about 0.6 of a second.
3 into the center of 3. All right, in 4 there, bud.
Tight into 3, into the center of 3, Phil.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was talking about before the pit stop.
Pretty damn good in 1 and 2 compared to what I'm seeing.
And now in front of us, the 48.
He likes 1 and 2. He likes the way the car drives in 1 and 2. Remember, before the pit stop, it was a little tight into the center, going in the corner, but a little free off the corner, a little bit too loose off the corner. Obviously, Tony Jr. has fixed that problem because he did not mention the car being a little bit loose off the corner. So we're gaining on it.
And again, us working around some of the slower lap traffic has increased the distance between the 48 and the 8. In 1.8 seconds, the differential now between Jimmy Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Just behind us, about a second and a half back is Jeff Burton in that 31. And rounding out the top 5 is the 2 of Kurt Busch. Again, Junior a little more comfortable now through 1 and 2. The way the car is handling, where we just went through down on the bottom of the racetrack. Now in 3 and 4, he gets in a little bit higher. Said that it was a little tight getting into 3 and through the middle of 3.
Yeah, Tony Jr. will be contemplating right now what to do to try to help that situation. Again, the key to this race is keeping up with the racetrack. Got to keep up with the chassis on the racetrack because they know we get towards later afternoon, it's probably going to cool off a little bit. They really feel as though the track is going to get tighter yet. Right now, Junior's complaining about being a little bit tight getting in turn 3, so they know that situation is probably going to get worse.
Just passing the 1/4 mark as far as completing in this race. Again, the caution came out on lap 43. That was the second caution of the day. We came in and did a 4-tire change, made small adjustments on a great pit stop. We're able to get back out, hold on to the 4th position. We've passed the 31 of Jeff Burton to take over 3rd, and that is where we have stayed for probably about 30 laps now. Dale Earnhardt Jr. again running top 3 at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll be back with more Hot Pass after this.
Just a bit outside.
It was a perfect strike, and you know it. Of course, if this chump were watching in DirecTV HD, he'd have made the right call. It's broadcast in 1080i, which means it's cool. Now, let's see how this bruise looks in HD.
Vaughn into his motion and the pitch. Uh-oh.
For the most sports in HD, you gotta get DirecTV.
10 help!
Well, hey there, Sarge. Snap into a Slim Jim.
These guys knew they were going to the desert.
We're going to paradise.
Daytona Beach?
Fallujah, Iraq!
They just hit the wrong one.
Buddy! We might be in Mexico!
On May 11th.
Come on!
That'll work. Bill Engvall, DJ Qualls, and Larry the Cable Guy. Delta Farce.
What are you fellas doing? Don't ask. Don't tell.
Rated PG-13. In theaters May 11th.
Hey, I'm Tyler Florence. Forget any cheeseburger you've ever had. Applebee's and I have come up with a fantastic new bruschetta burger. It's 100% Angus beef, mozzarella, fresh bruschetta topping, and a little bit of pesto. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
This is Duralast. Brakes built to exceed the need.
Built to last, Duralast.
Torture tested to ensure maximum stopping power. Get the brakes built to exceed the need.
Built to last, Duralast.
Only at AutoZone.
Over 100 years of racing heritage goes into every Ford. Wow. It's in our blood.
Casey Kane.
Where?
Casey!
There he is. There he is.
Even the best drivers could use accident forgiveness. Part of your choice auto insurance. Only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Hey, is there anything we could do to help? Anything.
Today's race.
And dead center both ends.
And welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass exclusively on DirecTV. We were able to listen to Junior again give more information back to Tony Uri Jr. as far as the handling of the car. And started this race in the 12th position, has moved up and held on to 3rd for quite a few laps now as they're getting close to the 2nd pit stop of the race.
Yeah, Rick, we're probably about 5 laps from a pit stop.
On your toes.
You hear Steve Meal telling Junior that the leader is coming down pit road this time, so we're not going to want to stay
Real
out.
small, the push, Junior. Be careful. 10-4.
Here, Dale Jr. telling Tony Jr. that the push is real small. The push into turn 3 of the center is real small, so he doesn't want him to over-adjust and get it where he's too loose getting in the corner. So he just wants a very, very minor adjustment.
Tony Jr. 10-4.
Dale
Just
Jr.
so you know, I'm thinking about it, taking a half a pound out of both lefts right here.
Dale Jr. just led that lap. He's out in front of the field, and so the 24 and the 48 have both come onto pit road. That put Junior up into the front of the field.
I believe that's the first lap we've led this year, isn't it, Rick?
That's correct, Phil. No, that's incorrect, actually. We led 137 laps at Bristol, was it?
All right, we're going to pit next time by.
Yeah.
Pit next time by.
Those were quite a few laps
forgot
up
about
there.
that. Yeah, exactly. It's the first time we've only led one lap. We led 137 at Bristol. So.
Well, at a 1.5-mile track, obviously the first laps have been led, and now Junior.
Big hole behind you, Junior. You'll get him waved off good. 4,000 when you get over here.
Junior looking at coming in this time. Steve Meal letting him know it's 4,000 in second gear is pit road speed, 45 miles an hour. So as he hugs the white line coming out of turn number 4, making the hard left turn, he'll come down pit road, and they're going to make a few changes on this Budweiser Chevrolet.
Yeah, Tony Jr. talked about taking a half a pound out of each left side tire.
Hold all these green flag stops. Check their left front valence not to be rolled under. Okay, 10-4. And away. We'll come around this 41. Come on, Ren, right here. Come on. Good job, right there.
Quick pit work on the right side. Hootie Chase brings the jack over to the left.
Go. Behind that 31, Jim.
Pretty good stop for the number 8 team. Again, green flag pit stops taking place, Phil.
Yeah, a little bit of a hiccup on that pit stop. It was a little bit over 15 seconds. So these guys typically do these pit stops around
3 cars off of 2 with a hole behind them, Jim.
around 13
Coming
seconds.
outside now.
Again, Jeff Burton had been running a very consistent laps to us as we take a look at the pit stop in the upper left-hand corner.
See the guys over on the right side.
Clear.
Looked like it might have been a tad slow over on the right side, but it was about even. DJ and Greg got their tire changed about the same time. Let's see if we can see what happens on the left side here. See, Greg is done. DJ had a little bit of a hiccup. He was about 2.5 seconds slower, it looked like, on the left front. It looked like he might have had a lug nut fall off, Rick.
Yeah, and I talked to DJ Kopp before this race. I said, what's the situation if you've got a lug nut that comes off? He said, well, if it's one of the first 2 lug nuts that come off, then the carrier will take care of putting those lug nuts back on so I can hit them again. If it's one of the last 3 that come off, then it's my responsibility to put that one back on. So really an amazing teamwork situation that these guys have to be able to come in, put in 18 gallons of fuel, change 4 tires on a race car in under 15 seconds, Phil.
It really is. I know back years ago I used to be involved in pit stops.
Real nice change, Junior.
You heard Dale Jr. complimenting Tony
Right,
Jr.
Just let me know what goes there late in the run.
Real nice change. He likes the way that car feels right now. But anyway, back when I was changing tires, Rick,
Cycle 2, Junior, P4.
about a 20-second pit stop was pretty good. Now they're doing about 13 routinely.
Yeah, the other thing, Phil, he made the comment, changes are real good. Don't most cars feel really good on these fresh tires for at least the first 5-6 laps?
Well, they do, Rick, but he knows how his car felt the last 2 times he put tires on, too. So, or the last time he put tires on, so he knows how it feels compared to that.
We see Tony Uri Jr. has come off the pit box and is talking to Ray Ocean there as far as the tire wear and how that is going. Those two are discussing that. So we'll see Tony Uri Jr. make his way back up onto the pit box after he is finished checking out the tire wear. A lot of people there. It's a Goodyear, one of the Goodyear employees over there also checking out the wear on the number 8 tires. good position right now to be running in the top 5, Phil. We're just 105 laps into this race. And so the second stop has taken place for the Budweiser Chevrolet team. We'll be right back with more racing after this.
It's like you're kind of messing up turn 3. And if I was you, I would try to arc it out a little more.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna need it again. I'm so sorry, what were we saying?
Good talk, Jimmy.
Nextel helps NASCAR fans get things done with the Motorola Blend. 1 powerful phone, 2 powerful networks. Nextel, only from Sprint.
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque? Or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks. Heat activated to help more of your engine's power reach the road. No leading synthetic motor oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power. Full synthetic Q Torque Power for trucks. Unleash all your horses.
Chris Johnson has the power to see things before they happen.
There is a nuclear bomb somewhere in the United States. I want you to look ahead, find it.
On April 27th, he can see the future.
I don't want you to die.
Now he'll have to save it.
I've seen every possible ending. None of them are good for you.
Next, rated PG-13.
Life is supposed to be a surprise.
It would be nice.
April 27th.
Just one ride on the Yamaha Grizzly 700 Fi with power steering, and you won't ride anything else. That's because it's the world's first ATV ever with fuel injection and power steering. For a ride so comfortable, you have to feel it to believe it. The Grizzly 700 Fi. One ride, and you won't be comfortable riding anything else. Now get payments as low as $69 a month plus cash back on select models.
Yeah, can I get the love handles, double chin, and some blubber? Please drive around.
When you get greasy fast food, what are you really getting? Introducing Subway Fresh Fit Meals with new better-for-you sides and drinks. Subway, eat fresh.
They pick up precious seconds, pick up laps, and pick up our hearts. Enterprise salutes NASCAR for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Fox Tuesday, a 6-year-old with the ailments of a 60-year-old.
It's like a solid tumor. She gets one in her brain, she's dead. No pressure, though.
The only thing more mystifying than what's happening to her is what she's hiding.
What?
All new House. Viewer discretion advised. Tuesday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Telling you right now.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway, a place where you go very, very fast around this racetrack, and you also see a lot of fastballs in Major League Baseball. Baseball fans, the Strike Zone channel pre-preview ends today on channel 733. Strike Zone takes you around the major leagues from game to game with the most critical game moments as they happen. Key pitches, clutch hits, the defensive gems, all on the Strike Zone channel. Part of the new Major League Baseball Extra Innings Superfan Package. To extend your Superfan Package, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS. Again, channel 733, the final day for the free preview, and that is today. Again, you're going to want to keep your channel stuck right here, channel 799.
Hey, Rick, I'm from Detroit. I keep up with the Tigers on Major League Baseball Extra Innings. Who do you keep up with?
Well, actually, Phil, I don't really have to keep up with any teams because, as you mentioned, you are from Detroit, and last year all I heard was the winning streak and how great the Tigers were. How did that season end up for those Tigers, Phil?
They made the World Series, Rick.
Oh, that's right. They made the World Series. That's great. Yeah, that was
one
great.
of two teams to make the World Series. They're leading the division this year, too, by the way, Rick.
Well, we know they're great starters, and that's a good thing.
We're watching a guy that's a great starter, and hopefully we're going to be a great finisher today.
We're looking for a great finish for the Budweiser Chevrolet team of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Trying to find that elusive victory lane once again. The last time he was in victory lane was in Richmond last year. But at the same time, he's been running very strong the past 2 races looking to keep that momentum going. One of the things Dale Earnhardt Jr. really enjoys is music. We obviously have the opportunity that we can play music on NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV, and one of the things we like to do.
I believe it's tighter than it was, Junior. That left front air pressure might be hurting us.
Every now and then we like to listen
Caution's
to
out for debris. Caution's out for debris.
some of the songs that Dale Earnhardt Jr. enjoys, and we see that caution has come back out one more time. This is the third caution of the day, coming out on lap 115. Even though we're enjoying a little bit of America here, we probably need to slip back and we'll listen to a little of the communications, because they are going to be talking about changes that are going to have to be made to this car if they want to come back down victory lane.
That's good to know right there. We got that over with.
We'll get back to more of the music.
But it was really turning and hooking around the bottom of 3 and 4 like it hadn't done that all weekend. It was doing that for like 3 laps, and then it got tight in the center.
Again, caution coming out on lap 115. Dale Earnhardt Jr. running in the 4th position. Jeff Burton in front of us, as is the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Out in front of the field has been the 24 of Jeff Gordon. Dominant day for Gordon. Now the 18 will discuss the changes that have been made. They talked a little bit about how it felt.
Pit road is open. Pit road is open. 4 tires, guys. 4 tires.
Steve Neal letting them know pit road is open. They're going to come down.
Heard Tony Jr. say 4 tires, 4 tires. I asked him today about 2 tires. He said, maybe so. It might be something. But this is so early in the race right now. We've already got great track position running 4th right now. There's no need to gamble and see what 2 tires will do on this car.
4,000.
Again, just in front of us, Jeff Burton in that number 31. In front of him, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. And just in front of Jimmy, the 24 of Jeff Gordon.
10 away. Right here, come on.
Like a good right side.
Go hard. 1 coming outside. Clear.
Look like a good pit stop
8
from
to
here,
31,
Rick.
yeah. 8 10 to 31.
And Phil, he beat Jeff Burton off of pit road.
We get it back.
You heard Junior say, way to get it back. We got that spot back from Jeff Burton.
Hey, let me tell you how fast that pit stop was. 12.53 seconds, Rick.
12.53 for the men over the wall for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
The lucky dog coming behind you, clean up truck up top right there.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
WrestleMania was only the beginning. Now, prepare for the backlash.
At Backlash, I'm gonna whip your ass. Rest in peace.
Our guys. Who put the first tires on the moon? Our guys. Our guys saw erratic weather patterns and developed a Goodyear triple tread tire with 3 different tread zones. We said if the road wants to play rough, we're putting the strength of Kevlar in every silent armor tire. I love the fact that we are up here.
I have no respect for Oscar De La Hoya's game plan. He can't handle what I'll be serving Mayfield. I'm faster.
We got a blimp. What about you? What do you like best?
I like seeing all the games. And all that stuff you said, too.
Innovative thinking up here so you can get there. Goodyear. Get there.
Hey, I'm ordering some Domino's.
Great.
WrestleMania was only the beginning.
Double Zero deal. Buy 1 pizza, get a second one free on Sundays. It's named after me.
Who are you?
I'm 00, David Erdeman. Hey, check this out. Hey, can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how about now?
It's windy.
Buy a large pizza, get a second one free.
Fan mail for Denny Hamlin just keeps rolling in. Mitch Gordon from Albany, New York writes, "Hey, FedEx, I heard that when Denny isn't racing, he volunteers at a retirement home." Well, Mitch.
Come on, Marty. Is that all you got? Did you see Marty bump me?
NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing on Fox is sponsored by Gillette Deodorant.
Hey, Junior, Rick Allen, I just wanted to real quickly ask you, you've run on the bottom of 1 and 2 and up high in 3 and 4. You ever going to make your way up in 1 and 2 in this race?
I don't think we'll go up there. The bump's pretty bad. It's hard to make ground up there. The car's just jumping around a lot. It's pretty smooth up 3 and 4, so works okay up there if you can get your car. A lot of these guys get tight on the bottom on long runs, and hopefully they don't get no better and we can step there and make some time. If we get our car working on the bottom, we'd run down there, but a little tight in 3 and 4 to run the bottom. So moving up, frees the car up.
Very good, looking good, running great lap times. We're glad we're riding along with you today. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. talking about probably staying on the low side of the racetrack in 1 and 2. That bump a little bit too intense still for him in 1 and 2. So running the high line in 3 and 4 though.
The setups these cars have now, what we call the coil bind setups, which means they actually run real soft springs, and they really try to get where the coils will actually touch each other, and then it makes it almost infinite. And what Dale Jr. told me, and actually Mike Wallace, one of our Hotpass announcers that ran the Busch race yesterday, when you're coil bound like that, it's so stiff and you hit those bumps, it really makes the car want to jump up the racetrack, so that's not really something that they want.
Back into the accelerator. Out in front of the field, it's Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. Junior's tucked back down on the inside of the racetrack and shoots back up again. This is a lapped car just in front of us. That number 70, that's Johnny Sauter. Sauter involved in the first accident of the day. Sauter being scored just 1 lap down in 20th position. Only 18 cars currently on the lead lap.
Clear.
And the last time a caution came out and we came in for pit service, we came back out in 4th. This time they were able to beat Jeff Burton off of pit road. We come off in 3rd position.
Yeah, with a great 12.53 second pit stop. That's an incredible pit stop by the Budweiser guys. Looks like we're chasing down that 48 car, Rick.
And that's the goal right now. Reel in that low Chevrolet driven by Jimmy Johnson. Had a lot of success early on this season. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. comfortable with his car. Able to get into the corners quite a bit harder. And we see, if you look on the lower part of your screen, looks like the 48 a little bit loose. Possibly a tight condition getting in, but then a little bit loose after that because he had to grab hold of the wheel there last time. And again, he gets loose and works up the racetrack.
Clear.
And so we take 2nd away from Jimmy Johnson. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking at trying to reel in the 24 of Gordon.
What a great move here. Let's take a look back at the replay here. We saw Junior pull up behind the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, got him loose. He wiggled a little bit, had to chase the car up the hill and just drove by on the inside. Remember, Junior told you, Rick, that our car is pretty good right now. A lot better than a lot of the competition. If we can, make sure that those cars don't get any better, we should be in good shape. And obviously it looks like in pretty good shape.
So Junior's moved up into the 2nd position, 1.247 seconds officially behind the 24 of Jeff Gordon. This is the 2nd highest we've been scored. Actually, we stayed out a lap and were able to lead a lap early on in this race when the 24 and 48 pitted under the green flag conditions when we came on lap 99. Again, we came out in 4th position. The most recent stop, though, we've come back out in third position, took that away, or second away from Jimmy Johnson, now trying to reel in the 24 of Jeff Gordon.
We've got the lap car. I believe that's the 19 of Elliott Sadler that's right in front of us. You see him. See how much Junior gains on that lap car through the center of the corner.
Really a good handling vehicle for Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now, as though it seems. We'll obviously hear from the driver and find out how he feels about it as he's able to get by
Clear.
Elliott Sadler, and Steve Neal clears him.
Yeah, that was a case of Elliott seeing that Junior had finally chased him down once he got by the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Elliott went down to turn one, moved up the racetrack to give the bottom of the racetrack to Dale Jr. So it did not cost Dale Jr. any time at all to get by Elliott Sadler.
Well, Phil, that time, out of turn 4, that time I saw Junior get quite a bit loose. The back end kicked out on him again. Could we be seeing that loose condition again out of 4?
Well, we could be, but that situation should get better as the air pressure in the right front tire builds up and we burn a little bit of fuel out of it. The track should actually tighten up, or the car should tighten up, not necessarily the track. So that situation should get a little bit better as the laps wear on.
Looking like one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now, that Budweiser Chevrolet. Again, trying to reel in the 24. 1.7 seconds the difference this last time by the start-finish line. They've completed 128 laps of the
right rear is hung out all the way around.
There you
all
hear.
Right, 10-4.
There you hear Junior, and I believe, Phil, that would be considered a loose condition.
Yeah, that it confirms exactly what you saw a lap or so ago, Rick.
You cleared about 16 back to the 19, then the 48. That car in front of you there is running about a 10 quicker than us, so you just run your pace.
Tony Uri Jr. letting
He
him
falls
know.
off pretty bad there towards the end of the run, so just settle in, log each lap.
This is a long race, 500 miles. So Tony Uri Jr. giving him the advice to settle in, run your race. Toward the end of the runs, we might be able to reel him in. We'll be right back with more on Hot Pass.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer.
I have no respect for Oscar De La Hoya's game plan. He can't handle what I'll be serving Mayfield. I'm faster, stronger, I'm a better fighter. Man, this is going to be a fight the fans are going to remember. Don't miss it. Live Saturday, Mayfield on DirecTV pay-per-view.
WrestleMania was only the beginning. Now, prepare for the backlash.
At Backlash, I'm gonna whip your ass. Rest in peace.
At Backlash, there is no tomorrow.
At Backlash, the talking stops. At Backlash,
You're finished.
It is all about retribution.
The Backlash begins. WWE Backlash, live Sunday, April 29th on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Why did we come here?
Wife's been hurt.
She's been shot.
The shooting of an American tourist has sparked an international incident.
We will find these people, wherever they are, we will find them.
Find me an ambulance. This is your country. It's your responsibility. Go!
Babel, rated R.
Hi, I'm Mark Dyer with NASCAR, and we hope you're enjoying today's Samsung 500 on DirecTV Hot Pass. And you may have noticed the number 20 Home Depot car driven by Tony Stewart has a special NASCAR Day paint scheme. NASCAR Day is Friday, May 18th, as we get NASCAR fans together all over the country to support 30 worthwhile charities that are supported by the NASCAR Foundation and celebrate the spirit of NASCAR. Starting tomorrow, all across the country, you can get your NASCAR Day pin at Home Depots for $5, or you can go online at NASCAR.com. Thank you for your support and enjoy the race.
Again, NASCAR Day 2007 will be held on Friday, May 18th. Proceeds benefit the NASCAR Foundation family of charities. Starting tomorrow, April 16th, you can purchase pins to support the foundation. For more information, log on to www.nascar.com/foundation. And now let's go down to Phil Parsons.
Rick, as you can see, I have my NASCAR Day pin on. I'm going to support the cause, and we're going to have another big day a couple of weeks from now in Mooresville, North Carolina. Max Siegel, President of Global Operations for DEI. Tell us about what's going to go on at the DEI headquarters in a couple of weeks.
Well, on April 29th, we want to invite everybody to come out to the headquarters in Mooresville to enjoy Dale Earnhardt Day. We've got lots going on. We're going to show the race on the Jumbotrons, activities, entertainment, a fine retail store. It'll be a great time for everyone.
You guys have been so instrumental in things in the Mooresville area. It's so nice for you to give back to the fans. Obviously, the races that day is going to be at Talladega, and as you mentioned, the fans are not going to miss a lap of that race. They can watch the race while they're at DEI for the open house.
No, not at all. I mean, it's really important to the whole DEI family and Teresa that the fans have a really great experience, get to see the race, enjoy the facility, have a great day. We welcome everybody to come out and join us.
Can they get more information on the Dale Earnhardt Day from the website?
Yes, go to www.daleearnhardt.com, daleearnhardtinc.com, and you'll get information for Dale Earnhardt Day.
All right, Max, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Max Siegel, President of Global Operations for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, Rick.
And again, that's Sunday, April 29th. They had mentioned you can watch the race on the big screen, Dale Earnhardt Day at DEI's headquarters. DEI's obviously shining gem, currently running in the second position behind Jeff Gordon in that number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. Now just 1.2 seconds behind Jeff Gordon. So running very good laps around this racetrack. Tony Eury Jr. made the comment earlier to Dale Earnhardt Jr., just run your race, run your laps, get comfortable. That way you'll be comfortable out there. Currently 8th in the points as we run. Dale Earnhardt Jr. moving up 3 spots in the points. He came into this race in the 11th position, now just 309 points behind actual race leader and points leader Jeff Gordon.
And what a comeback, as you mentioned earlier, Rick, after the first 2 races. Found themselves 40th in the points after being involved in an accident at Daytona and having an engine failure at California, but came back with 4 strong top 15 finishes, 2 top 10s the last 2 races in the COT races, and having a great run here today at Texas.
Well, and approximately, they say around 200,000 fans here at Texas Motor Speedway to watch this race, and I would say a large portion of those fans are cheering on that number 8 team. Dale Earnhardt Jr. made the comment earlier that he felt very good about being at Texas Motor Speedway because he really thought the fans were behind him. And I tell you what, they're behind him right now because he is reeling in the 24 of Jeff Gordon. That is the 24 just in front of us on the bottom of the screen. You see the 24 working a little bit higher now through 3 and 4, Phil.
Rick, did you hear the roar when they introduced Dale Jr. to the crowd?
It went forever.
Talk about deafening.
Oh, yeah. And we hear that a lot at most racetracks, but right here at Texas Motor Speedway, they really have a special place in their heart for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And he gives back so much. You know, he entertained the Make-A-Wish family here yesterday, and he does that just about each and every race. He will entertain somebody from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and that's something that's very near and dear to his heart. So a lot of things that people don't necessarily see Dale Earnhardt Jr. is involved in.
0.7 seconds was the differential last time by the start-finish line. Let's take a look at it as they cross the start-finish line. This time, 0.5 seconds. So he is closing in on the 24 of Jeff Gordon.
Dale Jr. talks about how his car stays the same. It continues to stay consistent throughout a run. And a lot of the guys around him don't necessarily stay the same. And obviously right now that's the case. And Dale Jr. is mowing down the 24.
Again, 0.5 seconds was the differential last time by the start-finish line. Here we come up through the quad oval across the start-finish line. The difference this time, 0.4 seconds. So just a little increase that time. But at the same time, he is reeling in that number 24 of Jeff Gordon. Down the backstretch they go again. Down the backstretch, they'll pick up speed, get upwards of 185 to 188 miles an hour as they enter turn 3. but it's the real speed that they'll see as they come out of 4 through the quad oval and into turn 1, where they get almost up to 200 miles an hour coming out of this quad oval.
And people ask all the time, Rick, what it feels like to run 200 miles an hour. And it's really relative. I mean, if you ask Dale Jr. right now, what does it feel like when you go down in turn number 1? It's relative. All he's concerned with right now is trying to chase down that 24 car. Hit his marks, hit his line exactly, because he can see that he's gaining on that 24 car. The speed is relative. You don't really know you're going that fast until something happens and you get turned around, then you know you're going fast.
Through 3 and 4, Junior stayed up on the high side of the racetrack. Jeff Gordon stayed down on the low side of the racetrack. As they go through 1 and 2, we see Junior able to hug the white line. Gordon not able to do it as he comes on the inside. This is going to be a pass for the lead. The 8 car has reeled in the 24 car.
Jeff Gordon went up high in 1 and 2. Obviously, Dale Jr.'s told us it's a lot rougher up there. Now Jeff Gordon goes to the high side in 3 and 4.
Right in front of the grandstands. You can hear the fans cheering on the number 8 team as he works his way through the quad oval and into turn 1. Gordon trying to hug that white line. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s had such a strong car today. Able to run down on the bottom of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Comfortably runs on the high side through 3 and 4. Gets the momentum up, and that's where he's been able to reel in that 24 of Gordon.
That was a pretty good set of corners that time for Jeff Gordon. Dale Jr. was not able to close up anymore that time. Now look at him close up through the center of the corner.
Gordon looked as though he was trying a few different lines the last 2 laps, seeing where his car maybe ran a little bit better. Looks as though he runs better on the low side through 3 and 4, and also on the low side through 1 and 2. Trying to keep the momentum up as we go through 3 and 4 and through the quad oval. The difference just 0.3 of a second between Gordon and Earnhardt Jr. Phil, as you mentioned, it's dramatic, the closure rate he has as he goes into turn number 1.
And to the center of the corner. He really closes up on the 24. The 24 is able to get off the corner as we watch Dale Jr. from inside his car on his onboard. Not a whole lot of movement on that steering wheel.
Upper left-hand corner, you could see that closure rate. It looks as though they're very, very close as they come off of turn number 2, and they're very close through 3 and 4 as far as speeds.
And this is one of the things that when you get that close to another car, sometimes you'll pick up that aero push a little bit. We haven't heard Dale Jr. complain about it any, but that's one of the things that they're trying to get away from with the new COT is to have that car being a little less aero dependent.
And Phil, it's an amazing thing to see on the bottom of our screen. We just saw Jr. lift his visor up, kind of looks like he rubbed his eye a little bit and put his visor back down. He's doing that at 190 miles an hour.
Just out for a Sunday drive.
An amazing Sunday drive. Remember, when we slip off to commercial, you'll always have the number 8 team in the lower left corner of your screen. So follow along and see how Dale Earnhardt Jr. does as he battles Jeff Gordon.
When you're about to do something this big, a little luck never hurts. Thanks for having us.
Wow, I can't believe we're really gonna meet Casey K.
There he is. I wonder what he's like.
I must be dreaming. But I'm always dreaming. Dreaming of you.
Look out!
Now would be a good time to have accident forgiveness. Part of Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance.
I'm super sorry about your car.
Are you in good hands?
No matter what the label looks like, no matter how you say it, One beer is the perfect choice at any corner bar in any corner of the world. Reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser. Open up a world of taste.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside.
It was a perfect strike, and you know it. Of course, if this chump were watching in DirecTV HD, he'd have made the right call. It's broadcast in 1080i, which means it's cool. Now, let's see how this bruise looks in HD.
Vaughn into his motion and the pitch. Uh-oh.
For the most sports in HD, you gotta get DirecTV.
Right now at Applebee's, it's steak time, where you can dive into our new juicy New York strip steak. A thick sirloin topped with sautéed mushrooms and served with garlic mashed potatoes and grilled asparagus. Only at Applebee's.
Well, the battery's good, so I figure it's the alternator. So I go down to AutoZone, and the guy says, well, let's test it first. Might not be a problem. Turns out it's just a bad cable. You know, with AutoZone, piece of cake.
You're watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD and presented by DirecTV.
A-Rod powers the Yankees against David Ortiz and the Red Sox. Fox Saturday Baseball this week at an all-new time.
NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing on Fox is sponsored.
NASCAR Hotpass fans, you are the only ones in the country to see Dale Earnhardt Jr. take the lead live at Texas Motor Speedway as he was able to get by here. Jeff Gordon.
Awesome. Ain't nobody within a tenth and a half.
Replay up in the upper right-hand corner. Fox is showing that replay of Dale Earnhardt Jr. making the pass. The fans on their feet. That's what they wanted to see. The Budweiser Chevrolet out in front of the field.
You heard Tony Jr. tell Dale Jr. just a moment ago that there's nobody winning a tenth and a half. Right now, he's the fastest car in the racetrack by a tenth and a half a second a lap, and that is big.
Jeff Gordon falling off the pace just as Tony Eury Jr. had predicted. Later in the run, he said we can reel him in. Well, that's exactly what they've done. Now they put a second between Dale Earnhardt Jr. out in front and Jeff Gordon running second.
Come outside, Junior.
Jeff Green in that number 66 running on the high side of the racetrack.
Clear.
Again, we've been listening to you, the fans.
The car just got neutral. It's been pretty loose.
And there, Dale Earnhardt Jr. mentioned the car at neutral. If you want to know what neutral means, go ahead and email us at hotpass@directtv.com. We'd love to answer any questions you may have. And every now and then we'll incorporate members of the team if our very smart Phil Parsons can't figure out the answer.
Yeah, I don't know about the smart part of that, but
I was wondering if you're going to comment on that.
But remember when Dale Jr. said at the start of the run he was really loose off the corner. Now he said it just got to neutral. That means the car, the balance is good in the car. The front and the rear are actually tracking in the same line. So he loves the way the car is right now. Obviously, it's being reflected on the racetrack, being the fastest car in the racetrack. But we're within probably 10 laps of another pit stop. So Tony Jr. may elect to change that car a little bit to try to make sure that car gets to neutral a little bit before about 40 laps into a run.
I was just going to say we stopped on lap 117 and came in, took 4 tires, made a minor adjustment. That was a great stop for Junior when he was able to come back out in the 3rd spot. He's recently then been able to get by Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon, took over the lead.
Clear.
And so now, as Phil had just mentioned, we're closing in again on another pit stop. This time, obviously, it would be for fuel because they can only run about, anywhere from 53 to 55 laps on 1 tank of fuel.
Clear.
Again, I mentioned the pit stop took place on lap 117.
I'd say we're definitely within about 10 laps. Tony Jr. has not let Dale Jr. know yet that we're getting close, but the guys down here in the pits know that we're getting close to a pit stop, so it won't be much longer.
You know, Phil, there was a email that came in from Debbie wondering is there any type of a bonus for a team making a pit stop under 13 seconds? I know that there is obviously a bonus at the end of the race as far as how much time they spend on pit road, but is there any bonuses if they get under 13 seconds?
Let's ask Walt Smith, the pit crew coordinator right here. Walt, we had an email from a viewer that wanted to know if there's a bonus to the team for a pit stop less than 13 seconds.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
We had an email from a viewer that wanted to know if there's a bonus to the pit crew if they have a pit stop under 13 seconds.
We don't have a per pit stop bonus plan set up at DEI. Some teams do that. We just have a deal where at the end of the year, they get a little bit more money depending on their performance and everything else.
That 12.5-second pit stop got it done, didn't it?
That definitely got it done. And these guys are capable of doing it day in, day out. And like I said before, I couldn't be prouder of these guys. We had a little hiccup. The stop prior to that with a lug nut falling off, they more than made up for it on the stop after that. That's what makes a really good team.
All right, well, thanks, buddy.
Again, we mentioned the fact that...
How we doing back here? I can't see.
You're clear by half a straightaway, Jim. 30 or 40 car lengths.
That's got to be...
Pit here in 4 laps. 4 laps.
4 laps. Tony Gurry Jr. letting him know, but what a refreshing thing to hear right there from your spotter. You're clear by 40. Again, if you want to listen to team audio only, switch to the secondary option on your TV or push the yellow button if you have the white remote.
That's halfway right there. 2.4 second lead.
At the halfway point, 2.4 seconds the difference between Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Ray Ocean told me that we're going to go up a half a pound on the left rear when he comes in about, what, 2 or 3 laps?
Yeah, now that obviously we had talked about the fact that he was a little bit loose up until that point. Is that to try to tighten the car up, or is that to make it neutral quicker?
That's to try to tighten it up a little bit. Obviously, Tony Jr. is trying to get that car to get to neutral a little bit before 40 laps, which is when Junior called on the radio and said
this time, Tony Jr.
and said that it had got neutral. So he's trying to get that thing to get neutral a little bit earlier than 40 laps into a run.
We just heard second place Jeff Gordon was coming in for
pit next time by, Dale Jr. Pit next time by.
Pit service, and so Junior being told by Tony Gurry Jr., you need to come in, and in the upper left corner you see the team getting ready to go over the wall and again service that number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. So your race leader Dale Earnhardt Jr. about to come.
Easy to get him waved off.
About to come onto pit road.
Elf's coming 2 in front of you. 4,000 when you hit the stripe.
Again, 4,000 in second gear. Ryan Newman in front of us in that number 12. Again, we're in pit stall number 8, which is toward the end of pit road. Our teammate, Truex Jr., just behind us coming off of pit road now.
Out of the way right here. Come on in here.
There he comes for service as the wall.
Right there.
Team comes over the wall for service.
Let's see if they can bust off another sub 13-second pit stop. Jay Ganeri takes the tear off the windshield. Looked like a good stop on the right side. Let's see how the left side goes here.
Go, go, go. One coming outside, but you're good to go. Clear, clear, clear.
Looked like another
4,000. Stay below the white line.
Another good stop for that number 8 team as they celebrate amongst themselves. Coming back over, they'll check out those tires for us.
Rick, 12.47 on that pit stop.
He got the 24 off at 2, 10 car lengths back, big hole behind him, Junior. 4 car lengths now.
Take one more look at that. 12.4 seconds in upper left-hand corner.
You're clear inside, inside.
You know, it's amazing, Rick. Back when I was a driver, when you came in for a pit stop, you had time to take a drink of water and look around and everything, maybe communicate with your guys. You can't do anything in 12.5 seconds. You don't even have time to take a drink of water, but what a great back-to-back pit stops for the Budweiser guys.
Yeah, we're looking right now at the inside of us. That's the 24 of Jeff Gordon. That will be a race for the lead as Reed Sorensen is going to be bringing his number 41 in for service here shortly.
Yeah, once everybody cycles around and everybody that's on the lead lap pits, then that would put us right back up in the lead here now that we're back in front of the 24 of Jeff Gordon.
And that,
I think it's just cycle back.
Yep,
The scoreboard just reflects that.
Just has done it. Dale Earnhardt Jr. back in front of the field. Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, and Jeff Burton are your top 5 running at Texas Motor Speedway. Again, on the lead lap, 18 cars. The car running in the 18th position at the tail end of the lead lap is the 42 of Juan Pablo Montoya. Now he's actually moved up to 17th, but again, 18 cars on the lead lap. Dale Earnhardt Jr. back out in front after their 4th pit stop of the day. He has a half-second lead on Jeff Gordon.
Restaurants for tasty low-fat subs, like this 6-inch Subway Club. Make it a foot long, and it's still less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac.
But the big surprise, it has twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Less fat.
More meat.
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 Less fat. Less fat.
Jared, you're never gonna go as fast as me. More meat.
The delicious foot-long Subway Club. Less than half the fat of a Big Mac.
But twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down. Subway. Race hard.
Eat fresh.
Hey, Jimmy, need a little help? Sure. You know what else would be good?
Cobalt tools are so comfortable.
Let me use that screwdriver. No.
You just don't want to quit working.
Yeah. What do you think? Great tools.
Cobalt, the next generation of tough tools.
Well, anything else we can do? There's always my wife's car.
Available exclusively at Lowe's.
If you need to tow 11,000 pounds, you're going to need 2 trucks. Unless, of course, you're Joe. Joe drives the Ford F-150, the only half-ton pickup in America that can tow 11,000 pounds all by itself. Joe, how's that possible?
Fully boxed frame, Mike.
Fully boxed frame. Or not fully boxed. The choice is yours, but how are you going to drive 2 trucks at once?
Take the Ford Challenge and get 0% financing for 60 months, but only for a limited time.
Come spring and summer, our yard is our family room. We sleep in there, but we definitely live out here.
I really just like the feeling of the grass.
We like a healthy lawn, and it's got to be durable, and our lawn really is both.
A healthy lawn means that we can get out there, feel comfortable in the grass.
We use Scott's Turf Builder Plus 2. It feeds the lawn, and it kills dandelions.
We hate dandelions. We don't like to have them around.
I got some good old-fashioned grass stains on my pants. That's a sign of a good day. We had a lot of fun and want to do it again tomorrow. That's our Scott's lawn.
They're using all of their horses. Are you using all of yours? To compete at the highest levels, these top drivers trust Q technology. Q's heat-activated formula fights power-robbing friction better than conventional oils. To help maximize power, maximize success, and of course, maximize your horses. Q, unleash all your horses.
Fox Thursday on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? He's a poker player with all the right moves.
Give me the money.
But he won't stop at just
100,
or
300,
or
500,000.
He'll get a chance at
$1 million.
And Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader first at 8, 7 Central, Fox Thursday.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway as we look at where the Hotpass Hot Shots are currently running out in front of the field. It is your driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr., leading the field around this 1.5-mile track. Then Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart running in 12th position. Juan Pablo Montoya in the 17th spot and Clint Boyer in 24th. Juan Pablo Montoya just going a lap down, so there are now only 16 cars on that lead lap. One of the amazing things about this racetrack is it's not only the driver that obviously is so crucial, but it's also the team. And Phil, amazing pit stops by this over-the-wall team to be able to not only move him up toward the front, but gain a position on pit road. On his 3rd stop of the day, he was able to take 3rd away from Jeff Burton with a very strong pit stop. His first stop, 13.4 seconds, then a little slower stop, second one, but boy, those last 2 have been very impressive, Phil.
Remember, Walt Smith, their pit crew coordinator, said that's a sign of a good team when you can rebound from that lug nut issue on the left front and come back with a couple 12.5-second pit stops. That's why these guys practice each and every week and that's why they're on it. They always have great pit stops here. 2 sub-13-second pit stops. That is really amazing.
Did them back to back, and that's exactly what this team needed to get them out in front of the field.
Bottom up here, June.
Up on the upper left corner, you see the team watching the race actually on DirecTV's Hotpass.
Yeah, they're watching the DirecTV Hotpass. That's been such a benefit for the teams. I know Tony Jr. told us over the winter that he was really looking forward to having his car on the Hotpass so he could watch the car the entire race. All the guys kind of huddle around the TV screen. They also watch the scoring monitor. They actually have our TV screen up in the corner of the scoring monitor so they never miss the Hotpass action.
Another advantage that they have is that if they want to see a part of the car, all they have to do is ask. we can point the cameras wherever they want them.
Yeah, we definitely have cameras at our control, and we can actually get information for them if they need to.
To the 24. 8 now.
There's Steve Meal telling him he's about 6 to 8 car lengths ahead of the 24 right now. As good as that Hendrick Motorsports has been, Rick, this year, for us to be running right now up in front of the 24 and the 48, that means and shows you how good our car is today.
Very strong performance early on, again leading at the halfway point. But the most important lap to lead obviously will be the 334th lap, which is the final lap of this race. Now, Phil, again, we have a lot of email questions that are always thrown in our direction.
Yeah, Rick, we've got an email from Mary in Florida, and she wants to know how Dale Jr. knows whether his car is loose or tight. And it's really a lot of things that go into it. And you feel it with your whole body. You feel it in your hands and your arms and your shoulders, the seat of your pants. You go in a corner, and if you have to turn the steering wheel more than you usually do, then that's when the car is too tight. You go in the corner and you don't turn the steering wheel as much because the back end wants to track out a little bit, then that means the car is too loose. But a whole lot, your whole body actually contributes to how you feel these race cars, and Junior's got such incredible feel, and that's why they've been fine-tuning this car each and every pit stop. Obviously, we came into the pits as the leader on our last pit stop, and they still made an adjustment to the left rear air pressure. So they continually work on this car, trying to make it better and better and better, and that all comes as a result of Dale Jr.'s feel.
Again, we see him running the high line again through 3 and 4. Almost
made it a little too tight in center 1 and 2. 4.
There, just as Mary had asked the question, said we made it a little too tight in the center of 1 and 2, which is right where he went through just now. That's where that tunnel is also, Phil.
Yeah, and that may be a direct result of putting that half a pound of air in the left rear tire, because that would have a tendency to tighten the car up a little bit. Remember, he was a little bit loose on that last run after the 2 pit stops ago, and Tony Jr. was trying to adjust on that car to try to make it a little bit tighter early, and that may be a result of that. That front situation will probably get better as we put more laps on the tires.
And Phil, at the beginning of the show, you made the comment you've got to really stay up with the track and make the changes according to how the track changes. Right now, do you think they're in a perfect position? As Junior has made the comments numerous times, the car has now got to neutral.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for it. For a car to be neutral, that is utopia. That's a perfect handling race car, perfect balance between the front and the rear. It's very, very difficult to achieve, especially nowadays with the type of radical setups that these cars are running. When I'm talking about the coil bind setups, when the springs actually, the coils will actually touch. So you got heavy traffic right there. That's Brian Vickers in the Red Bull Toyota that Dale Jr. is trying to put a lap down or another lap down, actually 1 lap down. So they constantly try to keep up with the racetrack and make sure that they keep making the fine adjustments so that they can get the car better and better and better.
And trying to get by that 83 of Brian Vickers. Just in front of him, the 42 of Juan Pablo Montoya.
Inside. Clear.
Again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. out in front of the field, about 0.8 of a second in front of Jeff Gordon. The top 5 have Jimmy Johnson, the 31 of Jeff Burton, and the 2 of Kurt Busch rounding out the top 5. But we're out in front.
Wendy's new 4-alarm spicy chicken on freshly baked artisan bread. You felt the sting of the spicy whole breast filet, and you didn't touch your drink. You made it through the natural pepper jack cheese and chipotle sauce, and you didn't touch your drink. And then you laughed in the face of the sliced jalapenos. Still, you are the man. You separated yourself from the boys. And then you grabbed your drink like you never saw a drink in your life. And that is doing what tastes right.
Well, the battery's good, and the starter's brand new. So I figure it's got to be the alternator, right? Well, I go down to AutoZone to get a new one. The guy says, well, let's check out the old one first. No sense buying something you don't need. Turns out it's just a bad cable. You know, I could have spent a lot of money swapping out parts till I got it right. But with AutoZone, piece of cake.
At the World Beer Cup, over 2,000 beers are judged from 540 breweries in 56 countries. And in 2006, one of those beers won gold for Best American Style Light Lager for the 4th time. In fact, Miller Lite's won more awards at the World Beer Cup than any other light beer. For award-winning taste, there's no debate. Miller Lite, good call.
Hello?
Melissa, it's Josh from last night.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Listen, I know there's that 2-day rule about calling or whatever, and this might sound totally dumb, but did you feel like there was a real connection between us? I mean, you know, like a brother-sister connection? Nothing creepy. I mean, like, you know, I would never make out with my sister.
Singular is now the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Get an LG broadband phone free.
Many crew cabs on the road look like this. You wanted something with a little more meat on its bones. Sweet mercy. Introducing the all-new Tundra Crew Max. Ordinarily towing over 10,000 pounds meant eating your knees for lunch. You want a half-ton with the most legroom. For you and a meatball sub. Tasty. Available on the all-new Tundra Crew Max.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass, exclusively on DirecTV. Riding along with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on Channel 799. Just 139 laps of racing remaining from Texas Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. out in front, looking for his first win of 2007, continuing that streak of 7 years in a row, winning a race, at least one race, the past 7 years. And so wants to increase that streak. Today at Texas Motor Speedway would be a great one. This is where he won his first ever NASCAR Nextel Cup race. Also, this is where he won his first ever Busch Series race. So it's been a very good racetrack for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and he is running very strong today. We've already gone past the halfway point, and again, just 137 laps remaining.
It would be nice to get that first win out of the way inside of the first 10 races, Rick. That would be a nice feather in the cap of this Budweiser team.
Also, the first win of the season for Dale Earnhardt Jr. The previous seasons has come pretty much, the latest has been in July back in 2005. That was the latest that he was able to grab his win in the season. But pretty consistent here in the April-May area is when he has been able to grab that first win, and got a very strong 2004, 6 wins that season. And so obviously would love to go on a tear right now, get out in front, lead these laps here at Texas Motor Speedway, and go on to win.
As you can see, in 2000 and 2001, he won here at in this month. So be nice to get it going again.
Strong performance early on for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Started this race in the 12th position, immediately went to 11th as he was able to get by one of the cars in front of him. And then he methodically worked his way up into the top 5, then into the top 3, ran consistently there behind Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. And then as Tony Eury Jr. has been able to have 4 stops, that he's been able to work on that number 8 car and get it to the liking of Dale Earnhardt Jr. He has been able to move up to the front take over the lead and now begin to put some distance between himself and the field. 1.3 seconds now, the differential between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jeff Gordon. Phil,
haven't heard Junior. I'm sorry, Rick. Haven't heard Junior say anything since he's talked about his car being a little bit tight in the center of the corner. Hasn't said anything else.
Well, Phil, can you run too hard early in the race? I mean, with 133 laps to go, obviously we've got 2 more pit stops that will need to take place. But can you run too hard right now in the middle of this race?
I don't think so, Rick, because it really all depends on the tires. Maybe you can run too hard on a set of tires, but once you put another set of tires on our next pit stop, you re-rack them, you start over. So you cannot abuse the car that putting 4 tires on is not going to fix.
We've completed 202 laps. Our last pit stop came on lap 170. So 32 laps on these tires, and 32 laps have been completed by Dale Earnhardt Jr. since the last stop. Normally the pit window, we've been told, is around 53 to 55 laps. That's for fuel. So again, about 20 laps from now, we will be looking at 1 more pit stop.
Yeah, we stopped at 53 laps on our last pit stop. So I would think that's about where we're going to land, at about 53 laps, which would be about lap 223 if the caution flag does not come out.
And again, as Dale Earnhardt Jr. continues to click off very quick laps, he's been able to increase his lead over the field. Again, 1.4 seconds now, the difference between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jeff Gordon.
If you could travel like this for the same price as this, why wouldn't you?
It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys. Call an agent 24/7 or visit statefarm.com.
To get more maximum payload for the new Ford Super Duty, we gave it a rigid frame and 8-inch longer leaf springs, which pushed the payload up to more than 3 tons. Introducing the bold new F-Series Super Duty. It's built better to work harder for you.
I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr. Welcome to Wrangler Jeans Company, a new generation of Wrangler.
New fits, new comfort, new styles. Wrangler Jeans Company, a new generation of Wrangler. New fits, new comfort, new styles.
1 million molecules of underarm protection. One day, you'll need them. Degree Men Power.
Hey, isn't that Sammy Hagar? Yeah, it is. He's singing about the number 55 Napa car. Yep, that's awesome. But isn't it a little loud? You know you're right. Hey, Sammy, could you turn the amp down a little lower?
Sure, you think you could drive a little faster?
He's like that on Mondays.
An important message from Sprint. You know the feeling. You can't take care of business the way others do. It's called connectile dysfunction, a condition caused by inadequate broadband coverage. The cure? Sprint Mobile Broadband. It works in twice the cities of Singular's Broadband Connect, so you can be you again. Get a free Sprint card. Visit sprint.com/mobile broadband.
Sprint. Power up.
Here we go, folks. Round 127 in Talladega.
Now, this is where the month of training and conditioning really comes into play.
Well, that's right, Ted. If you get tired and lose focus out here, you're down for the count.
The energy from the crowd is keeping these fighters going.
Look at the way these guys are bobbing and weaving all over the ring.
Heavyweights, they sure can move.
Oh, what a tremendous blow. Wallace is backed up against the wall.
And down goes Huffman. Down goes Huffman.
Welcome back. Still out in front of the field, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. And on a Sunday, what better day to take a ride around Texas Motor Speedway, listening to some of our favorite tunes.
Around the 24.
Been a sunny day like today. So look. And again, a caution has come out. I think it might be the music. We might stay away from that. We were at Junior's Farm, but now that the caution has come out, we're right back here at Texas Motor Speedway.
I know you're helping me there, and I appreciate it. Probably about 50% of that. 50% of that would have been good. All right, that was a half pound in the left rear, so I'll adjust that back out a little bit. All right.
You heard that. Junior said that was about half. So Tony Jr. put a half a pound in the left rear. He'll probably take a quarter pound of that out.
Phil, this really puts the onus back on the crew, because with 123 laps to go, if we come in and stop now, we'll have to come in and stop again, but we would not be able to make it to the end of this race if we're only going to be able to go 55 laps, say, between pit stops. So there would be a pit stop at the very end of this race because we couldn't make it on fuel.
Yeah, more than likely that would be
Pit road is open.
Just a bit of a gas and go towards the end of the race, but we've got a long way to go here. Obviously,
every
time we get close, the caution comes out. So we'll have to wait and see how the race plays out, but we need to get this done on pit road here and keep this lead.
4,000, Dale Jr., 4,000 way on down here.
Team back to work. Again, pit stall number 8, close to the exit of pit road, down at the far end of pit road. And again, 4,000 the RPMs as he has to go 45 miles an hour.
You see him, Tony Jr. In away right there. Right here, come on in here. Come on. Right there.
So important to get this car full of fuel. Jeff Clark, our gas man, going to pack that thing full of fuel. Craig Lund, the catch can man, is going to nod his head when the car's full of fuel. Let him know it's time to go.
Going hard. Go to the grass. All the way to the grass. All the way to the grass. Great job, gang.
And a great stop by the 8 team, Phil. It looks as though they won the race off of pit road. Jimmy Johnson got in front of his teammate.
Walt Smith shaking his head. Another 12.5 second pit stop, 12.54. 3 in a row, right at 12.5 seconds.
And that right there shows you the importance of team, because that 48 of Jimmy Johnson was coming behind Jeff Gordon when they were getting off, or Jeff Gordon was on the first stall. And so Jimmy Johnson was coming, but Johnson able to get out in front of his teammate, and we are still out in front of the field. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads him at Texas.
We knew the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year would be a tough act to follow. So we took the lead instead. Introducing the most powerful heavy duty on the planet, the all-new Silverado HD.
This is our country.
Hey, I'm ordering some Domino's.
Great.
Thanks for calling Domino's. Would you like to try our new Double Zero deal?
Double what?
Double Zero deal. Buy one pizza, get a second one free on Sundays. It's named after me.
Who are you?
I'm Double Zero, David Ruderman. Hey, check this out. Hey, can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how about now?
It's windy.
Buy a large pizza, get a second one free.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning. So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasoline's gonna leave behind engine gunk.
I hate engine gunk.
I know you do. Well, Shell stopped gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh? Not gonna happen.
Racing fans can't get enough of Denny Hamlin. Sophia Hernandez from Chicago, Illinois writes, Dear FedEx, does Denny get any interesting perks for driving the FedEx car? Well, Sophia, he does get a discount on shipping.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this back home to Virginia.
No problem, Denny. Denny,
You have to let go.
Don't want to.
For NASCAR drivers, blocking is a way to stay ahead of the pack. For me, blocking is how I stay a step ahead of frequent heartburn. Prilosec OTC blocks heartburn before it even begins with 1 pill a day, so I can enjoy my day and my evening without worrying about frequent heartburn kicking up. Zero heartburn for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. That's my Prilosec OTC.
Welcome back to NASCAR Hot Pass, exclusively on DirecTV. Again, Junior out in front of the field. Lights came back on the pace car, so it looks like we're going to go around at least one more time. Again, just behind us, the Lowe's Chevrolet, number 48 of Jimmy Johnson. And then Jeff Burton was able to get by. Also, the 2 of Kurt Busch was able to get by Jeff Gordon. Hey, let's try Jeff. Let's try Dale Earnhardt Jr. again, see if we can chat with him. Hey, Junior, it's Rick Allen again. You're running out in front. Are you noticing that the clean air is helping the handling of that car any?
Yeah, I don't know. Tony Jr.'s made a lot of adjustments. That's helped. We've just been driving really, really hard all day. Just trying to get us to win. Been a long time.
Yeah, you've had a great job as far as on pit road. Your team has done a phenomenal job of getting you back out there on the racetrack and making those changes that you mentioned.
Yeah, we've had some good stops. I'm real proud of them. They're a great group of guys. Couldn't be any happier. The car has been good, and we're out running some pretty strong stuff, so I'm really proud of what my team's been able to do. They give me a good car all weekend.
Very good. We'll keep riding shotgun with you. We appreciate it.
Okay, coming to the green.
So very strong team performance up to this point for the number 8 team at Budweiser Chevrolet, running very strong today at Texas Motor Speedway. They've had a lot of success here. Again, that first win ever for
lap cars coming on the bottom, Jim.
Coming at this racetrack. 8 years ago was that win back in 2000. And Steve Neal making the comment.
You know, Junior, when you win, you go to Victor Lane, who you get to sit down and get at a table with. No. Yeah, just think about it. Rewind earlier today.
He's still trying to figure out who it is.
He turned around to Tony Gibson to try to figure out what Junior was talking about.
Motherfucker be at that table.
So they continue to joke, and that's a great thing, Phil, is to hear the two guys joking back and forth with each other in the middle of a race.
Yeah, and what we don't say a lot very often is the fact that Tony Jr. and Dale Jr. are first cousins, so they've grown up together. So these guys know how each other think, and they do such a great job, and there's such a mutual respect. You know, obviously Dale Jr., as you mentioned early in the race,
cars off, it's yours to start.
Gives Tony Jr. a lot of the credit for calming him down in the race car, as he does Steve Neal. So these guys have been together a long time, their whole lives.
Flag, 48 in your mirror.
Right on the back bumper, that 48 of Jimmy Johnson. He's run very strong at the beginning of this year. He's run very strong today at Texas Motor Speedway. But probably one of the strongest cars today has been that number 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now, again, that's a lap car on the inside. Jamie McMurray in the 26, trying to clear him as we work our way through 3 and 4.
Inside, Junior, inside.
Jamie McMurray scored 1 lap down.
Clear.
So was trying to hold on to that top spot, get his lap back the, I guess, hard way now with the free pass situation, but not able to hold on, and so Dale Earnhardt Jr. now out in front of the field. No lap traffic anywhere in sight for him.
Clear by 4.
Still have the lap car of Jamie McMurray in between us and the second place car of Jimmy Johnson. We would love to see Jamie McMurray stay there for as long as he can and keep that 48 car back behind him.
Jimmy McMurray, obviously, with a very strong car today, able to pretty much keep up right now with Junior. He's dropped back about 6 car lengths, but he's been able to run pretty consistently and put some distance between himself and Jimmy Johnson, who currently is being scored in the 2nd position. And as Phil, you had mentioned, the fact of the matter is we've got a lap car in between us and 2nd place, and that is always a good thing because now 2nd place has to deal with trying to get around that lap car.
They're by 6 to the 26 lap cars, 4 car lengths behind him to the 48.
Again, Steve Meal giving updates on what is taking place. Phil, what took place on that last pit stop?
Well, Tony Jr. had put a half a pound of air in the left rear tire on the previous pit stop, and Junior said that was about half of it. So he actually took only a quarter of a pound of air out of that, or put a quarter of a pound of air in the left rear instead of a half a pound, and hopefully that will make that car not as tight early on in the run. But we also talk about Jay Ganeri taking tear-offs off the windshield, and what a tear-off is a very thin piece of film. There's probably a half a dozen tear-offs on the windshield. And when the windshield gets dirty, instead of trying to wash the windshield with a brush and a squeegee, they will actually tear this layer of film off. Jay Ganeri will grab this orange little tab right here, tear the tear-off off, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. will have a brand new windshield here. They may do that one more time in this race, but they'll probably tear about 3 to 4 times a tear-off off during a pit stop, so he has a brand new clean windshield.
And he's going to need a clean windshield, Phil. After just coming out of turn number 4, he's still got that little bit of loose condition when he comes out of
1.3 lead, and you're about a 10th and a half better than him. 10-4.
That time out of 4, he got sideways again, coming off of 4. So he's got his hands full, it looks like, at the start of the runs, and then that car comes to him after he gets about halfway to 3/4 of the way through a fuel run. Tony Jr. letting him know the differential between himself and the 2nd.
A little free y'all, both ends. All right.
You heard Dale Jr. say it's a little free off both ends. That means a little bit loose getting on that right rear off both ends of the racetrack, but obviously still running very, very fast. That's a fast way to go right now, and that, it sounds to me like the changes Tony Jr. made have helped that car, because remember, he never talked about the car being free at all on that last run before the most recent pit stop. So I think the changes Tony Jr. are making are helping that car, and I think that situation will get better as the run wears on these tires.
Again, the last pit stop taking place on lap 212. So the next pit stop would be probably at the latest lap 267 of a 334 lap race. So we're getting close to making it 2 more stops, but obviously it is going to take at least 2 stops to get to the end of this race, potentially 3, depending upon if another caution would come out in the near future.
Yeah, I think if we go green the rest of the way, as you mentioned, probably go to lap 267 for a full 4-tire pit stop, and then go another 54 laps after that. So our next stop would be with about, I don't know, 15 laps to go or something like that. So there may not be a 4-tire change on that last pit stop if we go green the rest of the way. Maybe 2 right side tires and enough fuel to get to the end.
So it'll have to be a quick stop for the Budweiser team. Again, if the pit strategy continues the way it is. Tony Eury Jr., the man on the pit box in the upper left. And now we ride along with our leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr. You stick with us in the lower left corner of the screen as we slip away for a quick break.
I think the 48 lost the cylinder, Tony Jr.
How's the track
really something else. Kelly, what's it like to take a hot lap in a stock car?
The NASCAR Day 07 put together a great ride for me. And remember, y'all, NASCAR Day is May 18th, and the best way to celebrate is by getting your NASCAR Day pin for only $5.
You really seem to be dialed in on NASCAR Day.
Well, yeah. Every pin sold raises money for the NASCAR Foundation, which helps kids, animals, conservation efforts, and other worthy causes. I'm doing my part, and so can you. Go to NASCAR.com/foundation to purchase your pin.
Now on pay-per-view, Harold Crick worked for the IRS. His life was in perfect order until the day she arrived.
Harold just counted brush strokes.
All right, who just said Harold just counted brush strokes?
He's not crazy. He's just written that way.
This woman, Karen Eiffel, one of my favorite authors.
That's the voice. She's the narrator. I need to speak to Karen Eiffel. I'm one of her characters.
I'm sorry?
I'm in her new book, and she's going to kill me.
Stranger Than Fiction, now on pay-per-view.
Floyd loves to talk. He says he has no respect for my game, but when I'm done, he will. The time for talk is over.
Pretty boy Floyd? He's gonna need a new nickname when I'm finished.
Don't miss it, Saturday, May 5th, only on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Scalpel. Sponge. I'm picking De La Hoya.
Doctor, I'm picking Mayweather.
It's Mayweather!
It's De La Hoya!
Roger that, I'm picking Mayweather.
It's De La Hoya!
The world is talking.
Crowd's getting their money's worth in Vegas.
De La Hoya Mayweather. The world awaits. Who are you picking?
Mayweather, absolutely.
De La Hoya, definitely.
Don't miss it. Live on DirecTV pay-per-view, channel 123.
Bring your baseball team home all season long with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Whether you're a Chicago fan living in the East or a New York fan living out West, catch your favorite team no matter where you live with up to 60 out-of-market games a week. Non-stop baseball action you don't want to miss. And new on-screen scores and stats. Make every game a home game with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Order by April 15th and save $40.
It all comes down to this. The race to the Stanley Cup is underway on NHL Center Ice from DirecTV. See which teams rise, see which teams fall. Get up to 40 games a week, plus select Stanley Cup playoff games. For just $49, the season's best offer. Order now and get Cup crazy. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS today. NHL Center Ice on DirecTV.
You're watching NASCAR Hotpass exclusively on DirecTV and brought to you by Dodge. Grab life by the horns.
Welcome back to Channel 799, the Dale Earnhardt Channel.
4.3, and you're about a 10 better. The 24 is running second.
Those have got to be music to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s ears as we listen to a little music. We're not going to play any more music, though, in the short term because for some reason it always brings out a caution. We'll try to stay away
laps
from that.
to go, 100.
100 laps remaining. Let's take a look. A little bit of a close call here in the upper left-hand corner. Very close. He's talking about being a little bit loose, almost into the wall, but has about 2 or 3 feet. And as Phil would tell us, as a driver, that's plenty of room.
Plenty of room is right, Rick. And during the commercial, Dale Jr. came on the radio, said he's a little bit free in, a little bit free off, but it's really getting good in the center of the corner. So Tony Jr. keeps telling him that he's the fastest car on the racetrack. So we're loving life right now.
Yeah, everything's good, I think, when the driver comes back and tells you it's neutral. So that's obviously what we're shooting for. A little bit free, though, right now. In and off. But the guy who's been making the changes on the race car is now standing by with Phil.
Tony Jr., you last pitted on lap 212. Obviously, you can run about 53, 54 laps. That's not going to be enough to make it only one more stop. Do you foresee maybe if this thing goes green, maybe a 2-tire change on your last stop or fuel only, something like that?
It's possible. I mean, we're about 10 laps short overall right now, so next stop will definitely be 4, and then it'll just come down to when the caution comes out. You know, if we have to go to that 324, and then the under green flag, we'll take 2 and be done. But you know, there's a lot of cautions usually come out in the last 30 laps, so we'll just go at it with whatever comes up.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Tony.
So if the caution doesn't come out and it's a green flag stop, Tony Eury Jr. making the comment, well, we just go with 2. Phil, do you think there's ever a possibility that they would just take fuel only on that last stop?
I don't think so, Rick, because they can change right side tires in about 6 seconds, and it takes about 6 seconds to put a can of gas in. And obviously, remember that we have to have enough fuel in case we have to go to a green-white checker too. So I think more than likely the benefit from the 2 right side tires and speed on the racetrack would more than make up for maybe what we may have to sit on pit road for an extra second or something like that. So I think it would definitely be, well, definitely be a 2-tire change, but caution flag's out right now.
Yeah, it's Tony Stewart, one of the strongest cars in practice earlier, and he had contact with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. And so our 5th caution of the day has come out, and it's a big one. 5th caution comes out on lap 238. Now what this does is it will make it a more routine 2-stop race. Take one more look in the upper right corner of your screen. Juan Pablo Montoya on the inside on the 42. Tony Stewart on the high side. Juan Pablo Montoya gets up on the inside of Tony Stewart. Stewart goes around, and as soon as Stewart goes around, the 48 will come into your screen. Back up the racetrack, and boom, right there. 48 gets into the side of the 20. So a lot of damage to the 48, a lot of damage to the 20 right now. That's what the caution has come out for.
Absolutely nowhere for the 48 to go, but
I'm afraid of being, still loose in, tight center with that quarter pound. We'll keep the car attitude-wise good and maybe just do a teeny bit of what you did earlier that made it turn so good. Made it really scream loose when we were racing with Jeff there. All right, 10-4. I'm coming here. Just do whatever you want to do, just small. First, I can hang on to it if you want to wait a while and think about it. Pit road is open. Pit road is open. There's a cleanup truck. It'll be to your left down here, Junior, right there. All right, 4 tires, guys.
This will be the
4,000. 4,000.
This will be the 6th stop of the day. This one comes on another caution. Last one was on lap 212. There was also a caution that time. Sounds like 4-tire change for
you got him, Tony Jr.
18.
As you mentioned, this gets us in the window where we will make this
right here,
race
get away. Right
on
here.
one more pit stop after this one.
Right there.
Right side's going on. Looks very clean from the right side. Now over to the left.
Go hard. All in the grass. All in the grass. You're good. You're good.
No
That's
adjustments.
good news.
Good job, gang.
All the way to the grass. That is music
Good job.
again to the driver's ears, meaning
High five
nobody's
all
out
around
there.
for everybody.
Yeah, you hear Junior, he logged that pit stop 13.08, but after the 12 and a halves we've had, it sounds like a slow pit stop, but believe me, 13.08 second pit stop is fast.
Very impressive for the entire Budweiser Chevrolet team today at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll be right back with more racing after this.
Stewart spins off of Juan Pablo Montoya and then gets tagged by Jimmy Johnson to bring out caution flag number 5.
Hey, I'm just going to take it for a spin.
Yeah, okay, sure, Dale.
Hey, it won't start.
It's a hand scanner, Dale, remember? Can't be too careful.
What's going on? Dad?
I just wanted to test drive.
Unbelievable.
Is that a no?
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning. So how'd the testing go? Well, low-quality discount gasoline's gonna leave behind engine gunk. Hate engine gunk. I know you do. Well, Shell stopped gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh?
Not gonna happen.
When dollar millionaires travel, it's intense. But while they do skip the hotel rooms, they don't go anywhere without the decadent dollar menu fare. Trendy.
I know.
Seatbelts.
We're gonna be late.
We're not going anywhere until our seatbelts are fastened.
NASCAR driver Jeff Burton is serious about racing, but he's even more serious about safety.
He could have made it. He could have made it. The gas pedal's on the right.
State Farm is proud to insure Jeff Burton's car. His personal car! Call an agent today.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
When you're about to do something this big, a little luck never hurts. Thanks for having us.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. Wow. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Save up to $500 on all HD TVs powered by DLP today at Circuit City.
NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing on Fox.
He's running so close to Junior that he can't really see through his race car, and he actually runs in the grass there. But you fight for every inch of real estate, and obviously if he lags off him a car length, well, then that's going to be a car length later that he gets to his pits. So Dale Jr.'s not doing, Jeff Gordon's not doing anything that anybody else wouldn't do.
And now out in front of the field again, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. now just behind us, the 2 of Kurt Busch. The second fastest car on the racetrack had been the 24 of Jeff Gordon. And now Gordon scored back in the 8th position. So
as you can see, top right of your screen,
the 2 car behind you, Junior.
Fox just replayed Jeff Gordon's pit stop. He had some sort of a problem on pit road, and that's why he's back in 8th, Rick.
Good start here for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Denny Hamlin on the inside. Again, Hamlin a lap down car. He's 1 lap down. And as they work their way into 1 and 2, they'll be side by side. Hamlin
clear.
Not quite as strong through 2, and so Dale Earnhardt Jr. clears the field and out in front.
Yeah, we've got the 2 car of Kurt Busch behind us now. It's somebody new, as you mentioned. Jeff Gordon was running second when the caution flag came out. Now see if we can open up a little distance on this 2 car.
Yeah, Phil, we got the Busch brothers actually behind us right now. Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch running 2nd and 3rd. And then it's Jeff Burton in 4th, and rounding out the top 5 is
clear by 4 to the 2.
Familiar name, Mark Martin.
Remember that 5 car crashed in practice, so that's actually a backup car for Kyle Busch. So they're doing a great job getting that car up in the top 5 with a backup.
Again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. making the comment to Tony Eury Jr. before the last pit stop. He said, you know what, I can handle this if you want to think about it some more as far as what changes to make to the car. He said he was a little bit loose getting in and coming off of the corners, and so it was something, though, that he could live with if he wanted Tony Jr. to think about exactly what changes they needed to make.
That's because he knew that it was so fast on the racetrack. Obviously, he would like to have that comfort of that back end being up under him a little bit more coming off the corners, but he knows how fast that car was, and he was able to open up such a big lead prior to the caution flag. So he doesn't want to change too much because he does not want to give away that speed.
Clear by 3.
Again, the separation between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and that number 8
hanging it around,
and the 2 of Kurt Busch, 0.4 of a second. This last time by, he's actually closed the gap to 0.2 of a second now. So closing the gap is Kurt Busch. We'll see if Dale Earnhardt Jr. can handle that loose condition that he just talked to Tony Eury Jr. about.
So again, that should get better too, Rick, as he burns a little fuel out. That should get better, but see the 2 car moving up on the inside, trying to make a move on Junior.
And that 2 of Kurt Busch running right on the white line through 3 and 4. That's where Junior will run through 1 and 2, but then Junior has been able to creep up on the racetrack through 3 and 4, run a little bit higher line. Looks like Kurt Busch likes the lower line through 3 and 4.
I'm hoping this loose condition will tighten up very, very soon for Junior. He has to chase his car up the hill a little bit. That allows the two to get on the inside.
Kurt Busch led that lap, that time by. And so Kurt Busch out in front of the field. Drop back to second. See how strong that 2 car is through a full run. Junior has normally gotten quite a bit stronger at the halfway point of his run to 3/4 of his run. He's
15 car lengths back to the 5.
Gotten very strong.
Being behind this 2 car may even tighten Junior up a little bit off the corner. A little bit in the dirty air right there. Obviously, we talk about that maybe being the cause of an aero push situation. So by virtue of the fact that his car's a little bit free off the corner, having that dirty air off the 2 car may even help the chassis a little bit until we can get the air pressure built up and the fuel burn off.
Aerial view of the difference between the 2 and the 8. I believe that's the 20 coming back on the racetrack just in front of us. Orange Home Depot car. And that 20 is sideways just in front of us.
He's down low. Oh!
And he came up and got us. He was down low and swung up and got us.
He's got it running, Tony Jr.
Get a good look back here while I come by here.
I will. All your tires are up. Just go ahead. Looks like we're going to have some deck lid issues right there, but we'll check it out. All right, guys, we ain't too bad. Don't be panicking. You see what I got to fix? I need my left front fender fixed. I need my right rear quarter fixed. Get the bumper cover off. The spoiler is still good. You're still in it, boys. Ray, give me that other set. Give me that other set. Other set of tires up on the walls, guys. That way you'll have a little bit of tightness there for the first little bit. So we're going to have to get going here.
Pits are open. Pits are open.
All we got was a shot in the rear, right there, Steve-O?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think you're in pretty good shape other than knock the deck lid off it.
And folks, I had thought that the 20 had slid up the racetrack.
I'll be fine. Just keep the tires back. Go over and let's get all of our work done. I need somebody on the left front fender. Two Beer, Gibson. How about y'all working on the back? No tires this time, guys. Gas guys, stay back. Just we're gonna get rid of the tailpiece. I need my quarter panel on the right. Just try to straighten it out. Make sure we got good side force there. I can care less about the tailpiece.
Stand away, Tony Jr. I'll keep you advised of the pace car.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
Right here, bud. Nice and easy. Check my valence in the front. I need that straightened out.
Kyle Busch ran into the back of Dale Earnhardt Jr. almost.
Hammer to the right rear. Hammer to the right rear. Hey, be nice to it now.
Get it as flat as you can. Try not to knock it over to the left. Keep it out there.
That 5 team ran into the back. Phil, I've been able to see the replay. Ran into the back of the 8 team so hard it lifted the 8 car completely up in the air, almost on its nose.
Steve, which way was that 20 spinning? I didn't get any word other than just swoop.
About the time I was telling you to go to the top, you got run in the back of. He was spun to the outside, and then he started down the bottom.
I couldn't see. I didn't know what else to do. I thought I had about 10 car lengths back there before he would get to me.
You did, Jen. This car's off of 4.
Get ready here, guys. Patch it up. Let's get back in here. Come on, patch it up.
Front. Go ahead. Care less about, don't worry about the bungee cord there. Just
Slow as that thing.
Junior coming back out onto the racetrack, needed to stay on the lead lap.
Tell Junior there's no cleanup trucks anywhere except the jet dryers are on the apron in 4.
So Junior's going to...
And now they're going to be up on the racetrack.
He's going to fly up and try to get back onto pit
3 to
road.
3, Tony Junior. We ought to go ahead and come back, you think?
Yeah, let's come back. Let's put the tires on it, guys.
This time they'll put tires
Hey, and when
on
we
it.
get done, curl the fender. The bottom quarter, look at me. Roll the bottom out towards you a little bit, so it's like a cup. If it ain't going to stay out there, use it as side force. Put a cup on it.
Talking about
Right there, Tony Jr.
the right rear of that car.
Hey, 4 tires, guys. 4 tires. Normal deal. 4 tires. Gas man, let's go.
Tire stop for the 8 team again.
Stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here. Look and see if there's a transponder bracket on the right rear quarter. Check to see if there's a transponder bracket. There's no bracket. All right. Go ahead and let him go. Go ahead and let him go.
And what they're asking about is how someone gets scored. There's a transponder on the right rear of a car. And
Do I get to keep racing?
We're going to slip away to commercial. Stay with the team, though, in the lower left corner of your screen. We'll shake this all out when we come back.
All right, everybody chill out. We're going to come.
Hey, nice putt. Turn your cap into something. MyCokeRewards.com.
I think that Sears Days should be a national holiday.
Sears Days is going on now.
Definitely make your list. Everything is on sale.
It's our biggest sale of the season, where you can find great deals on hundreds of items throughout the store.
What I was amazed about at Sears is the variety.
Clothes or shoes,
tools, and lawn and garden.
Wall-to-wall savings on every floor, in every department. This one is way too big to miss.
Did I mention the shoes? Because they have great shoes.
Let's go.
Sears Days, going on now. Sears.
My name is Steve Weller. I'm the BK Chicken Changer. It's my job to get BK chicken fries in the car when it comes in for a pit stop. I grab 12 pieces of all white meat, get the sauce open, make sure he's got it going.
I wish we had had that back when I was racing. They used to hand me the chicken on a pole through the window.
Now this was quite an invention we had here. You see how we put this chicken on that pole? And then they'd run that car in there real fast and they'd just step back and stick that chicken right in there in your face. Oh, it's a mess.
Then they came up with a drumstick.
They usually pass it through to the driver through the window, and he'd grab it the best way he could and try to munch it away.
Get the grease all over your hands, it goes right to the steering wheel. Well, then they incorporated the chicken sandwich, and you know, that didn't work out at all.
Absolutely love it. It's a great job. Can't ask for more. You got to be in first place all the time. Chicken fries are #1.
You got to feed the need for chicken fries.
This is Duralast, brakes built to exceed the need.
Built to last, Duralast.
Torture tested to ensure maximum stopping power. Get the brakes built to exceed the need.
Built to last, Duralast.
Only at AutoZone.
They pick up precious seconds, pick up laps, and pick up our hearts. Enterprise salutes NASCAR for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Right here, nice and easy.
And the team continuing to work on the 8 team. This 8 car, they want to make sure that everything
Coming
is
to
tight.
1 to go. Pace car's in 3.
Snug. They're still talking about the cars.
Hey, we got a punch and a hammer so he can knock that tailor down just a little bit, or it won't go down because the rivets look.
Talking about the balance.
Don't worry. Yeah, do that a little bit.
Try to get the balance down a little bit in the front. They want to make sure that quarter panel is straight.
All right, let's go.
Because they need the side force.
Right side's really good, old man. Real good.
And 4, go get caught up there, bud.
And Phil,
Clear Dale Jr. to the back of the pack is in the middle of 3 and 4, coming to 1 to go.
what I had mentioned earlier, when Tony Stewart got spun in front of us, I thought he had come back up the racetrack and hit us, but
We go up behind the 11 car, right? Is that right, Steve-O?
what actually happened is we got hit in the back.
11 was the lucky dog, I believe. We go in front of him.
You're right.
We got
just
hit
into one now,
in the
Junior.
back.
Good shape.
Look in the upper right corner. Fox is showing the replay
We'll go
right now.
behind the 96.
And we're going to show you the replay now as far as what took place. The 5 came up and actually lifted the 8 car way up in the air from the back, and that actually pushed the valance up because that front end got so...
Spring rate, I've made you a little bit tighter right here, Junebug, just so you know.
The
So
back
y'all be able to go.
You see how much smoke there was. Junior said he couldn't see. He wasn't sure exactly where the 20 was, and he had about 8 or 10 car lengths on the 5 car, but the 5 car wasn't on around the corner where he could see the car spinning, so he closed so fast and ran in the back of us.
I need to be a little bit free like I was for traffic, maybe. Yeah, it ain't much of a change. It's just kind of back like where you were at the start of the race. If that gives you any idea where you're at. Got another set of tires that are going in the same direction. You just let me know what you got.
All right, Dale Jr., pace car's off. Watch him checking up, buddy. Pass on the right if something happens. 76 laps to go.
76
Green
laps
flag,
of racing
green
to
flag.
go.
Everybody's rolling, June. Still inside.
Green flag has come back out at Texas Motor Speedway. This is not a familiar sight for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He has been out in front of the field for most of the race today, and now he's going to have to work his way around quite a few cars. He's being scored in the 14th position. Again, there are only 15 cars on the lead lap. The problem is when you're scored in 14th and restart in 14th, that means there are 14 cars on the inside. So he's got 28 cars that he has to work his way by.
Clear low if you need it.
Right now he wants to just feel this car out to make sure the handling is right on this car. He knows he has some damage. He has some damage to the body. You've got to make sure he's got enough side force that that car's not too loose. He'll get back to Tony Jr. here as soon as he can and let them know how this car is handling.
The other thing, Phil, that was a hard hit that he took from the back from that number 5 of Kyle Busch.
Rick, even if the car is absolutely as good as it was before, the thing that's really hurt us is the track position. Obviously, we're running second when that happened. Now we're back in 14th and got so many cars around us, and it doesn't appear that the car is as good as it was. It looks like it may be a little on the loose side.
Clear low if you need it, Jude. Clear high.
Yeah, Phil, you're right. It does look like Junior's still trying to feel out this car just to see what he's got underneath him.
Real loose in like the last run. 10-4.
Talking about loose in.
Again, that situation should get better as we burn the fuel out.
Going inside, June. Inside. Inside.
Running up high in 1 and 2, and you hear him having to get out of the gas through the middle of that corner because it was working its way.
June, big hole behind this 14. Hole's closing up now. Another one inside.
Rick, now what we're hoping for is another caution flag so we can work on this car some more. Now the caution flags would be our friend if we can get in there and we do some more work on this car. We've got a feel for
I can't get into 3 without wrecking this wreck. All right, just do what you can there, bud. I understand. That means a lot there.
Yep, you hear Tony Jr. said that's good
Oh,
information.
it was doing this the run before. It's doing it real bad. They ain't got nothing to do with the wreck.
Inside, June, inside.
Well, and again, we have the opportunity to chat with some of the other teams out here. Let's talk now with the 20 team of Tony Stewart. Brad, you guys have had some problems today, and under your most recent problem, we got caught up in it.
Yeah, and that has kind of happened to a couple of cars today, Rick, and it best we could tell, for reasons not completely clear, Juan Pablo Montoya's car seemed to get away from him a little bit. He ran into Tony Stewart, and that caused that spin out that caused problems with the wheels or the tires or both. And one of those successive spin outs, that's where Junior got caught up behind him. That was I think that kind of impromptu 360 that he did.
Yeah, coming out of turn 4, he got loose, chased the car up the racetrack, spun it around, and because of that smoke, Junior got out of the gas, and Kyle Busch ran right into the back of us.
And so that kind of thing has happened all day. Now, we're hearing the completely understandable and natural frustration on our team radio. What's it sound like on the DEI radio?
Hey Pat, what kind of damage have you had from that earlier incident with Juan Pablo Montoya, and what has that done to your car?
Well, I mean, really, to be honest with you, Phil, that really wasn't that bad. We knocked the toe end out maybe by an eighth or so. You know, we went back out and we never really got a chance to see how much damage we might have done in that spin when we lost the car, you know, over there in turn 4. You know, and turned it around and ultimately, you know, ended up with the situation that we've got. Since then, we've come in, and you know how this goes. You basically want to make sure you've got all the sheet metal pulled away from the tires and attempt to go out there and get whatever finish we can today. But obviously, a real tough break for Tony and for these guys today, and you know, and an obvious terrible break for you guys being right behind us when it happens. You know, you just cringe and you hate it for both cars.
Yeah, it's been an unfortunate incident. Obviously, you try to make the best out of what you've been given. So thank you, Brad and Pat, for letting us know what's taking place with that car. And we'll try to keep following them and obviously try to keep moving toward the front. So back here on channel 799, obviously Dale Earnhardt Jr. off the pace. You see him move hard to the right there. That car not handling anywhere near as good as it was.
Something to do with the tires, but we can fix it if we get a caution. If you know what it is. All right, C4.
So Junior talk about wanting a caution flag because he doesn't feel like these tires are up underneath.
First line off the corner.
Line up off the corner.
Just so free getting in the corner. You know, we can talk about these cars being so aero sensitive, and obviously when you do some damage to the body like happened when the 5 car ran in the back of us, it's going to affect things, and obviously it has had an adverse effect on our car as we rely on that side force to enter the corner. Obviously that's been compromised.
And again, there are 15 cars on the lead lap. We're currently running in the 15th position, so only lap down cars behind us. Denny Hamlin just in front of us. Out in front of the field now, it's Kurt Busch. Kurt had gotten by us and was actually just in front of Tony Stewart when Stewart spun. And as Tony Stewart spun, then the smoke in front of us allowed Dale Earnhardt Jr. to slow down.
I know what's happened, Junior.
Kyle Busch didn't slow down, ran right into the back of it. We'll be right back with more from Texas after this.
Scott Adams from Louisville, Kentucky writes, "Hey, FedEx, Denny has a lot of fans. How does he find the time to write back to all of them?"
Sincerely, Denny Hamlin.
Sincerely? Isn't that a little impersonal?
How about your buddy Denny?
Best wishes, with all the love in my heart.
Sincerely works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the World Beer Cup, over 2,000 beers are judged from 540 breweries in 56 countries. And in 2006, one of those beers won gold for Best American Style Light Lager. For the 4th time. In fact, Miller Lite's won more awards at the World Beer Cup than any other light beer. For award-winning taste, there's no debate. Miller Lite, good call.
Oh, you got everything that a man could ever need. Don't you all of them little things?
3 million songs free for a year. Downloadable from Napster to your PC and your phone when you buy the single. Mobile music from the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
When Dollar Millionaires travel, it's intense. But while they do skip the hotel rooms, they don't go anywhere without the decadent Dollar Menu fare. Trendy.
The war in Europe is over. The unconditional surrender was.
This is our country.
After 89 years in the making, this is our truck. The 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
The 2-hour series premiere event of Drive, tonight on Fox. Fox tomorrow. Jack Bauer must choose between defending his nation.
You give me the component, I give you Audrey.
And protecting the one he cares about most.
I promise you I'm going to get you out of there.
24. Viewer discretion advised. All new tomorrow at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
And welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. currently running in the 15th position as we see our Hotpass hot shots and where they run after 278 laps of the 334. Juan Pablo Montoya into the top 10 now. Clint Boyer back 17th and Tony Stewart in 28th. So with 55 laps of racing remaining right now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is looking for a caution because they need to make adjustments to this car. One of the big goals right now would have to be remaining on the racetrack and remaining on the lead lap. It becomes a points day as opposed to looking for the win that he was looking for just not even 20 minutes ago. Well, baseball fans, the Strike Zone channel free preview ends today on channel 733. Strike Zone will take you around the major leagues from game to game at the most critical game moments. It's the key pitches, the clutch hits, the defensive gems, all on the Strike Zone channel, part of the new Major League Baseball Extra Innings Superfan Package. To extend your Superfan Package, just call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
We're only about a half a straightaway in front of the 2-car right now, so it would be awfully nice to get a caution flag. So Tony Jr. would be able to work on this car and tighten it up a little bit, entering the corner for Dale Jr.
Kevin Harvick in that 29 on the inside. So trying to get by him. That's not for position. Kevin Harvick currently being scored in the 32nd position, 2 laps down on the field. Again, as you mentioned, Phil, the difference now between Kurt Busch and Dale Earnhardt Jr. is
lap car.
Closing
2
up.
car lengths behind him is the leader.
So as Junior tries to maintain his position on the lead lap, he just heard from Steve Meal that the leader is coming.
Absolutely nothing Junior can do about it right now. He is giving it all he's got to try to run as fast as he can, but that car is so loose entering the corner, it's very, very difficult for him to get in the corner. So off the corner, it's not too bad, but he just cannot get down in the corner.
Phil, can you try to put into words, I mean, the emotion right now? He had a car that looked like it was going to battle for the win, if not run away from this field, and then something like this happens.
It's such a heartbreak, Rick, and we were talking yesterday that it almost seems like you remember the bad things more than you do the good things. I mean, obviously Junior's going to remember this, and that's the key, is to be able to put it behind him. you come away with positives knowing that you had a great race car here. Probably had the best race car, definitely capable of winning the race. Probably it was going to be among you and Kurt Busch and maybe Jeff Gordon. So you knew that you had a great shot at winning this race. And we're going to end up right now struggling for a top 15 finish, just went a lap down. But, you know, it's a long season. Going to be some ups and downs, and these guys will bounce back. But the important thing to remember is how good that race car was today.
It was very good, Phil. They were obviously enjoying the fact that they were making minor adjustments to this car to try to get it just to the liking of Junior. After he had run 25 to 30 laps, the car he had mentioned numerous times was back to neutral.
2 car lengths back to the 24.
Which he said was something that he would, you know, appreciate, the fact that he could have a car that handled so well, and again the finer adjustments. But Phil, I tell you what, it's amazing at Texas Motor Speedway the way that you really have to struggle to get 2 wins at this racetrack. We could have a 13th different winner here today.
It really is amazing that we've run here 12 times and never had a repeat winner, because it seems like some people just click with racetracks. You know, Bobby Labonte, I think, won a half a dozen times at Atlanta. That's his racetrack, and we just haven't had anybody step up to the plate and show the domination here at this racetrack. Obviously, it looked like we had a good shot at doing it here, but we're going to be back with more on Channel 799 with Dale Jr. right after this.
No matter where you are, no matter how fast you go, what's inside, we'll show everything. Every car, every driver, every ding and dent will be different with this.
Different.
Look. Wow. It's amazing. It's the mirrors.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Save up to $500 on all HD TVs powered by DLP today at Circuit City.
Hey, Jimmy, I was following you in practice, and it looks like you're kind of messing up turn 3. And if I was you, I would try to arc it out a little more.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna need it again. I'm so sorry, what were we saying?
Good talk, Jimmy.
Nextel helps NASCAR fans get things done with the Motorola Blend. 1 powerful phone, 2 powerful networks. Nextel, only from Sprint.
Jared here. Tony Stewart here. And the delicious footlong Subway Club. Less than half the fat of a Big Mac.
But twice the meat. Fills me up without slowing me down.
Less fat.
More meat.
Less fat.
More meat.
Less fat. Less fat.
Jared, you're never gonna go as fast as me. More meat. Subway. Race hard.
Eat fresh.
Don't forget about us, Stevie.
With Glidden Team Colors paint, you can get the official colors of your favorite team.
Sir, you're all set.
Whoever that may be. Exclusively from Glidden and only at the Home Depot.
So let me get this straight. You drive over 180 miles per hour every weekend. You've been involved in over 100 accidents. And you've totaled your car 19 times?
State Farm is proud to insure safety advocate and NASCAR driver Jeff Burton.
His personal car.
And safe drivers everywhere. Call an agent today.
If you don't mind signing here and here. Oh, and if you can just sign up here somewhere.
And as you've been watching on the lower left of your screen, obviously problems continue, Phil.
Yeah, Tony Jr., what a heartbreak. He had such a great car, and more than likely that spin had something to do with something happened to the engine, but you got to walk away feeling good about the race car you had today.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I feel great about what the guys did in the pits and the way Dale drove today, and you know, and all around it just shows what kind of team we got here. We just gotta get the bad luck off our side. I mean, 2 blown motors this year, you can't win a championship blowing motors, but you know, the guys worked hard to give us good power all year, but you still got to make them last.
But that may have been related to getting spun out there when the 5 ran in the back of us, you think?
Yeah, but you know, you think that everything's a little bit stouter now, but it's just a shame. I mean, we're still in it, you know, until that deal right there happened, and you know, it's just a bad deal. I mean, you're right. It's a heartbreaker when you run that good all day, and you know he's into it, and it just brings your whole team down when they're coming out of pits first and then stuff like this happens. So we'll just keep them pumped up and just go to Phoenix.
All right, have a great one in Phoenix.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Junior guiding the car back to the garage. He's got his helmet off, so we won't be able to chat with him. But it still looks like he's in good spirits, even though, and I'm guessing that the reason for those good spirits are because he knew he had such a great car. He knew he was going to be competitive today, and something of his, not of his doing, is what took him out of this race today. And so obviously a discouraged team, but at the same time, they've got to take the good away from this race day and realize that they again had a team that was to be reckoned with as far as another potential win could have taken place here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it's just so heartbreaking when you have a car capable of winning. And again, I really believe, Tony Jr. didn't want to blame it, I don't think, on being turned around. But a lot of times when you get turned around like that, the engine turns backwards, and that can cause some problems, and that may very well have been what happened.
Well, Phil, I know that you're on your way back to the garage. You're going to try to talk with Junior. I can hear it actually in your voice as you're running back there. So we'll let you go ahead and get back there. We'll talk a little bit about what's going to take place. Obviously, we're going to follow Junior back to the garage. We're going to find out from the driver exactly what took place today, his feelings, which probably won't be good ones, as far as what he thought happened in that incident where Tony Stewart spun in front of him. Kyle Busch got him in the back, lifted him way up off of the racetrack, slammed him back down. Could potentially have caused the problems with the motor. But for the end of this race, we will have the opportunity to switch over and follow Martin Truex Jr., which is a teammate to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Again, ultimately what took place is the engine blew. And so Dale Earnhardt Jr. no longer in contention for the win at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll be back and try to talk to the driver after this.
Over 100 years of racing heritage goes into every Ford. Wow. It's in our blood.
Okay, guys, I told you. Just because I got Bud on the car doesn't mean I got Bud in the car.
Oh, terribly sorry, Alpha.
See you later, crazy mutant desert guys.
Prepare for a NASCAR experience like never before. Every lap, every driver, all on your computer. Now you're in control. Who will you listen to?
All clear. Nice job, buddy.
Who will you follow? What view will you choose? The all-new Track Pass Race View. Available now only at the new NASCAR.com. Log on to subscribe. Track Pass Race View. Your driver, your view.
Fox tonight.
I'm about to make you an offer. One that could change your life.
Who is this?
If you're not on the road in the next 15 minutes, we'll know.
12 ordinary people will be competing for the biggest stakes of their lives.
Is there some reason going home doesn't feel safe to you?
You want your wife back, right? Simple. Win the race.
What were you locked up for? Speeding.
The season's most thrilling new series begins with a 2-hour premiere event. Their destination is a secret.
Well, I think things just got fun.
The dangers are real.
No!
And someone is watching their every move.
You're never gonna find your wife, not if they ever. And who are they? People you don't want to meet.
Everyone has a reason to win.
They said that I had to eliminate you. I'm sorry. What kind of race is this?
Drive, the 2-hour series premiere. Viewer discretion advised. Tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
And you see Dale Earnhardt Jr. talking to members of his crew about what took place listening in a little bit as far as when the engine went away on him. I think he's giving some of the guys that build those motors a little bit of insight as to what it sounded like when it finally gave way. And so Junior still obviously sticking around. He's seeing his teammates or the members of his team there. So I believe he's going to chat a little bit, and we're going to go down to Phil.
Dale Jr., that car was so good today. It's got to be. How do you deal with the heartbreak of having a car capable of winning the race like that?
Well, there's a lot of ways to deal with it. We didn't do anything to cause, cause our misfortune, and you got to take some satisfaction in how the car ran. We're functioning as a team. We're bringing the car to the racetrack. That we're, from the guys at the shop, we're bringing the car to the racetrack that's working. Once it gets here, we're improving that. We're running well in the races. We're just having some bad luck. The 20 spun. I couldn't see anything. I didn't really. There's a couple options for you to do, things to do there, but I figured if I couldn't see anything, neither could anybody else, and they would slow down. I hate it for Kyle. He seemed like he's just getting his race together and running well, but oh well, just fortunate.
You got to be tickled to death, though. There's so many mile-and-a-half racetracks that we run. You got to be tickled to death with how you ran today.
Yeah, I'm real happy with how we ran today. Just, we're so unfortunate for us. We just struggled a little bit after the wreck. I thought we could get the car back out there and run good, but just some issues with the handling and finally the motor broke. The motor was changing pitch and harmony a little bit during the race, so I told my motor guys they'll take a look, and I think I turned the motor a lot of RPMs in third gear on restarts because I was spinning the tires so bad in second, and I'd lose so much ground, and I might have done some damage there, just beating on the motor too hard.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, so Dale Earnhardt Jr. continuing to talk with some of the media members here at Texas Motor Speedway. We're going to slip away to a commercial break, and when we come back, we will follow his teammate in that Bass Pro Shops #1 Chevy. That is Martin Truex Jr. Martin Truex Jr. currently running in the 9th position. Top 10. We'll cover him when we come back.
WrestleMania was only the beginning. Now, prepare for the backlash.
At Backlash, I'm gonna whip your ass. Rest in peace.
At Backlash, there is no tomorrow.
At Backlash, the talking stops. At Backlash,
you're finished.
It is all about retribution.
The Backlash begins. WWE Backlash, live Sunday, April 29th on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Scalpel. Sponge. I'm picking De La Hoya.
Doctor, I'm picking Mayweather.
It's Mayweather.
It's De La Hoya.
Roger that. I'm picking Mayweather.
It's De La Hoya.
The world is talking.
Crowd's getting their money's worth in Vegas.
De La Hoya Mayweather. The world awaits. Who are you picking?
Mayweather, absolutely.
De La Hoya, definitely.
Don't miss it. Live on DirecTV pay-per-view, channel 123.
Bring your baseball team home all season long with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Whether you're a Chicago fan living in the East or a New York fan living out West, catch your favorite team no matter where you live with up to 60 out-of-market games a week. Non-stop baseball action you don't want to miss. And new on-screen scores and stats. Make every game a home game with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Order by April 15th and save $40.
Why did we come here?
Wife's been hurt.
She's been shot.
The shooting of an American tourist has sparked an international incident.
We will find these people, whoever they are, we will find them.
Find me an ambulance. This is your country. It's your responsibility. Go!
Babel, rated R.
At Martinsville, he led.
Welcome back to Channel 799. Obviously, we have switched from Dale Earnhardt Jr., who is now out of the race, to teammate Martin Truex Jr., who's currently running in the 9th position, 5.1 seconds behind race leader Jeff Gordon, who's taken over the top spot from Kurt Busch, who's dropped all the way back to 13th in the scoring. Martin Truex Jr. trying to get around the 19. That is a lapped vehicle, not for position. The next car in front of him for position is that 26 of Jamie McMurray.
Rick, the number 1 of Martin Truex, as you mentioned, now currently running 9th, a great run for him. They started in the 24th position. I just talked to some of the guys, and they say right now the car's a little bit tighter on this run than it's been. You remember from talking to Tony Jr. how he felt like the track was going to tighten up, and I think that's what Kevin Bono Mannion, his crew chief, and Martin Truex are running into right now. The car's a little bit too tight right now, but still maintaining a top 10 position.
Yeah, Phil, with just 28 laps remaining, obviously they'll be able to go the remainder of this race on the fuel that they put in under the most recent caution coming out when Dale Earnhardt Jr. was not able to continue on the racetrack. And so making it all the way to the end of this race, obviously now racing for position, trying to get by the 26 of Jamie McMurray and stay in front of that 11 of Denny Hamlin. Running the low line through 3 and 4. Again, disappointing day for Dale Earnhardt Jr. fans, as he looked up to be one of the strongest, if not the strongest car on the racetrack. But in racing, things like that happen, where an unfortunate incident takes place. Trying to avoid the accident, he slows down. Kyle Busch gets into the back of him. And so now we follow Martin Truex Jr., his teammate. Again, running in the top 10. A great run for Martin Truex Jr. here at Texas Motor Speedway.
You mentioned he's got the 26 of Jamie McMurray right in front of him, the 11 of Denny Hamlin behind him, but a top 10 run for this Bass Pro Shops team would be a great effort here at Texas.
Closing the gap a little bit, Phil, on Jamie McMurray. Now he's within 3 car lengths of that 26 Ford. And he looks to the inside now. Again, this is for position. Martin running in the 9th position. Jamie McMurray in the 8th position. We continue to get emails, and the email that just came into us was, what is the priority in a situation like this after a wreck? That email coming to us from Michelle from Michigan. I'm wondering if she means priority as far as the first thing that you come to. Do you check out to find out what took place in that accident and maybe try to fix it, or do you find out from the driver exactly, what he thought took place with the motor? Phil, what do they normally do when the team gets to it?
Well, normally you want to try to get the car back on the racetrack if you can. Obviously, you saw all the work that the guys did after the accident when the 20 car spun in front of us and the 5 of Kyle Busch ran into the back of us. We saw how much work they did to get that car back on the racetrack, and they were going to continue to work on that car on the subsequent pit stops. But then when something malfunctioned in the engine, that's pretty much as the end of it. They came down pit road. Dale Jr. let everyone look at it. They said there was oil running out of the bottom of the engine, which obviously is terminal. So the guys will take that car back to the shop and they'll analyze what went wrong with that engine.
Clean air.
See if maybe that engine turning backwards when he was spun by the 5 of Kyle Busch, if that had any effect on it, and if it didn't, what caused it and how to fix that. They know they had such a good race car, so they know their setup was good. And the thing I love about it, there's so many mile-and-a-half racetracks that we run, so many racetracks that are very similar to this racetrack. It shows that we have a good package for those kind of racetracks. So that's what's really encouraging.
We've got the radio communication now, team communication, as Martin Truex Jr. trying to get by Jamie McMurray in that 26. Again, that's fourth position. Kevin Mannion, the crew chief, you'll hear his voice.
Get after him again, 20 to go.
Joey Meyer, the spotter, we just heard him. Take a breath, get after him again.
Both those cars right in front of Martin are fourth position, the 40 of David Stremme and the 26 of Jamie McMurray.
Martin settling back just a bit now as Stremme and McMurray switch positions in front of him, and now looking to get by David Stremme. This will be for 8th. Pass for 8th, trying to get on the inside.
Just wasn't quite able to use all that throttle in the center of the corner. He probably had to keep that front end underneath him. He probably was starting to push, as we've seen that happen so many times. It happened the very first lap in the race when David Reagan pushed up coming off of turn 4. Martin realized that was probably going to happen, and he backed off. So he did not allow that car to push up into the 40 of David Stremme.
So now Martin Truex Jr. settles back in, holding on to the 9th position, running very strong on the inside of the racetrack.
Stayed with him that time, side by side as they enter turn number 1.
They're making the pass now, so it takes
Pass
8.
back to him. You're clear now. Clear, clear, clear. There you go.
Takes 8
Joey
away.
Meyer tells him he's clear. He can move back up the racetrack. As you see Stremme try to cut back on the inside. Not going to happen.
Inside. You can get this guy. There you go. You're clear.
Words of encouragement there.
God, man. Focus in front of you. Pull away. 16 to go.
Only 16 laps remaining. And just obviously, we still have the Dale Earnhardt.
Pretty good. I can hear all just for a lap even. 10-4.
The way that we have all of the telemetry that you see on the screen, both the scoring on the top.
The closer you get to the front, the better off it is. Go up there and get that 26 and the 42. 15 to go. 31.05. Really good, man. Keep digging.
And how every time we cross the start-finish line, it clicks off a lap as far as how many laps to go. That's the transponder that's on the back rear of the car.
Told you.
That was what came off of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car.
Track position. Fighting all day to get it. Been running just as good as everyone else. Just keep digging, man. Paul's up there running with the leaders, you know. Closer you get to the front, the better it sniffs. 30.95. Keep digging.
Kevin Bono Mannion on top of the pit box.
Kevin's been telling me he's running great lap times, anywhere around 31 flat, even under that last lap. 30.95 is a real good lap time.
Leader hit the wall about 10 laps to go to 24. Just got really tight. Keep digging, man. 31.15.
There you hear it. And as that happens, the 17, Matt Kenseth out in front of the field. Jeff Burton running second. Jeff Gordon has dropped back to third. Now again, mentioned the winners at Texas Motor Speedway. Jeff Burton has won here before. Matt Kenseth has won here before. So potential repeat winners at Texas Motor Speedway.
12 to go.
You hear Bono tell him he's got 3 spots right in front of you, and boy, there's nothing that makes a driver any hungrier when you have positions sitting right in front of you.
Martin Truex Jr. digging as hard as he can as we're closing in on 11 laps of racing to go. Crew chief Kevin Bono Mannion on the pit box watching.
26 looks tight there as well. Doing good, man. 31.45.
Again, Martin Truex Jr. has reeled in that 26 of Jamie McMurray. He was almost beside him earlier as he got up close to him, and then David Stremme came into the picture. We were able to get by Stremme, and now it's Jamie McMurray and Juan Pablo Montoya just in front of McMurray.
10 to go. Dale Jr. is in the 5 car, Bono.
Did you hear that, Rick?
I did.
Dale Jr. went out in the 5 car.
Shoot all you can, man. Right here in front of you. 4 spots. Time to go.
So as Martin Truex Jr. continues to dig in the 1 car, we're hearing our driver is now in the 5 car.
Need to get some air, but I can't run up top. 10-4. 9 to go, man. Do what you can do here. Doing a great job.
Inside of 10 laps remaining for Martin Truex Jr.
You can see the top of your screen, the 0-1 of Mark Martin driving by Jeff Gordon. We heard Bono or Joey Meyer 1 telling Martin that the 24 had hit the wall coming off the corner a little bit earlier. Now the 24 is losing positions. He loses third to the 0-1 of Mark Martin.
So Martin Truex Jr. trying to reel in Juan Pablo Montoya now in that 42. And again, we heard from team communications here from Martin Truex Jr. that Dale Earnhardt Jr. made his way into the 5 car. The 5 car being scored 72 laps off of the pace. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out there. Out in front of the field, that's the 17, Matt Kenseth. 31 of Jeff Burton running second. Mark Martin runs third in the 0-1, and it's Jeff Gordon and Greg Biffle. Right there you see that 5. Again, that was the car that got into the back of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And a lot of damage took place to that. Well, we're being told that Dale Earnhardt Jr. climbed into the 5 car, which, Phil, doesn't that sound a little strange to you?
It really does. I'm not sure why Dale Jr. would be in that 5 car right now. Obviously, Kyle Busch may not be feeling well, and they said, hey, we need somebody to finish this race, so they put Dale Jr. in it.
We'll confirm that, find out if that's exactly what took place, but that's what we're hearing, is that Dale Earnhardt Jr. now in the 5 car.
Still outside.
Kyle Busch was driving earlier. Again, it was a big accident that took place when Junior slowed down because of Tony Stewart running sideways in front of him off of 4, making a lot of smoke. Dale Earnhardt Jr. couldn't see to go either high or low, as Martin Truex Jr. now tries to get by Juan Pablo Montoya for position. But again, Junior could not see, and so he slowed down. And
one back.
As he slowed down, Kyle Busch.
Back. You're clear right there. Hold them. You're clear.
Kyle Busch got into him very hard from the back, lifted the rear end completely up off the ground, spun the car around, and so there was a lot of damage to the 5. But again, we're hearing potentially that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is driving that number 5 car.
24 is coming back in a hurry, man. 26-16 right in front of you. P7 right there. Go get him.
He just said the 24 is coming back to you. The 26 and the 16 are in front. So right now, running 7th, Martin Truex Jr. Just in front of him, Jamie McMurray. Then it's Greg Biffle and Jeff Gordon. Those are 4th, 5th, and 6th. Just in front of us, we're running 7th.
You're clear, buddy. You're clear. 2 to go here. 2 to go.
Again, just 2 laps of racing to go, and we're hearing that the 5 car is being driven by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Again, amazing
mirror with a run. Half back, here he is.
Amazing
Inside.
turn of events.
Inside. 10 back to the 11 car.
We continue to listen to the team communication of Martin Truex Jr. That's teammate to Dale Earnhardt Jr. The final laps of the race. Phil Parsons, what are you hearing down there?
Well, when the 5 car was ready to go back on the racetrack, Kyle Busch had already left the racetrack or left the garage area. So they came down and asked if Junior could drive it, and they asked Tony Eury Jr., and he just shrugged his shoulders. So Dale Jr. just jumped in that 5 car. He wasn't done today.
Well, it's an amazing turn of events. Obviously, a very disappointed day for Dale Earnhardt Jr., not finishing the way he wanted, but that right there is the finish for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 5 car. He jumped into that car, just as Phil had mentioned. Kyle Busch wasn't in the garage area. They wanted to send the car back out onto the racetrack. And so we hear that Dale Earnhardt Jr. hopped in there and drove that car. Again, that 5 car, we're following him just because of the amazing story. The winner of the race, the 31 of Jeff Burton. And so our 13th different winner, actually, excuse me, that's our first repeat winner at Texas Motor Speedway. So Jeff Burton celebrates his second win at Texas Motor Speedway, being the first driver to ever repeat at this racetrack, or at least gain 2 wins here at this racetrack. 7th position was grabbed by Martin Truex Jr. That's where he came home, in 7th position. So we're following him, was not able to get by the 26 or the 16. So he was able to hold on to 7th. It was Jeff Burton, then Matt Kenseth, Mark Martin finishing in 3rd. 4th was Jeff Gordon. 5th, the 26 of Jamie McMurray. 6th was the 16 of Greg Biffle. And then running 7th was the number 1 of Martin Truex Jr. We'll be right back and let you know exactly what took place today at Texas.
Just a bit outside.
It was a perfect.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger. The all-new Dodge Avenger. It's a natural performer. The season's just begun, but the action is already heating up on NASCAR Hotpass from DirecTV.
Look out! No! Big trouble!
Capture this year's biggest moments with exclusive channels featuring the top NASCAR drivers.
Matt Kenseth coming to the white flag.
Don't just watch the race.
Johnson, you are the man.
Be a part of it.
They're going to drag race to the finish line. Yes! Woo!
This season, ride shotgun for just $99. NASCAR Hotpass, exclusively on DirecTV. WrestleMania was only the beginning. Now, prepare for the backlash.
At Backlash, I'm gonna whip your ass. Rest in peace.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how about now?
It's windy.
Buy a large pizza, get a second one free.
The dream is still alive. Someday it will come true. And this country, it belongs to folks like me and you. So let the voice of freedom sing out through this land. This is our country.
The all-new Chevy Silverado, the 2007 Motor Trend.
Whirlwind of events that just took place here at Texas Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking as though he was going to win, be the first repeat winner at Texas Motor Speedway. A car spins in front of him. He slows down. The number 5 of Kyle Busch runs into the back of him. And so that does damage to the 8 car. They try to fix it as best they can. They get it back out on the racetrack, but then the problems continue as far as the engine goes out on the number 8 car. So they bring that car into the garage. At the same time, the number 5 team is working on their car because they had such extensive damage from running into the back of the 8 team. that they're continuing to work on the car. They get it fixed, and as soon as they get it fixed, Kyle Busch wasn't in the garage. And so they said, hey, Junior, would you mind sitting into this car? And Junior does it. So he just climbed out of the 5 car. Again, today it was a very impressive day for the team, the Budweiser team, and our king of the crew goes to Tony Eury Jr. So our king of the crew today, Tony Eury Jr., the crew chief for the number 18. Dale Earnhardt Jr. making his way into his hauler. We take another look at what took place. Again, Tony Stewart spins in front. The smoke makes Junior not be able to see what's going on, so he slowed down, and as he slowed down, it was the 5 of Kyle Busch that slammed into the back, and the car was never the same after that point. And then the problem is the motor gave way, and so Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a very tough day. Next week, though, at Phoenix, these will be the drivers you can follow: Ryan Newman, Michael Waltrip, Reed Sorensen, Elliott Sadler, and back with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on Channel 799. So the Subway Fresh Fit 500 from Avondale, Arizona, Phoenix International Raceway. These are your Hot Pass drivers for next week. Let's go head down back again to the garage and Phil Parsons for final thoughts.
Yeah, Rick, what a great run by the 8 team. I'm just so disappointed that obviously it got cut short, but so optimistic too for the future. Again, so many mile-and-a-half racetracks, had a great package here today, and we're going to see that more and more as we get to these similar type racetracks.
Thank you very much, Phil Parsons. A roller coaster ride for the 8 team today. The highs of leading the race and dominating, the lows obviously getting knocked out of the race. We will see you next week in Phoenix. Thanks for watching. For Phil Parsons, I'm Rick Allen, and so long.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced.